Canelo, saludos, campeón, on winning this trilogy with Triple G. You know, I'm sorry to ask you this after you go a hard 12 rounds about what's next, but we know you have talked about the Bivol rematch next, but you've also said you hope Ramirez wins that fight. And if Ramirez wins that fight, you don't want to fight him because you're both Mexican. So at 68, you know, the best fight looks like you and Benavidez. He's born in America. He's half Ecuadorian. So does he count as Mexican, or that fight can happen if you know, in the future?
I don't know. Anything can happen, you know.
But that won't be a reason why I can hold it up that he's Mexican. That,
like when I guys, always I say this, you share that video and put whatever you want. When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico, and that's why. But I don't care. I fight anybody, and I fight all my entire life anybody. What do you think? I don't want to fight with Juan Mexico or Benavides. But look, I hear his dad talking a lot of shit. But look, he's accomplished nothing. One single champion, Anthony Dirrell. Please, don't disrespect myself. Please, guys. Cuando digo que no peleo con mexicanos es porque siento que yo represento a México. Ellos pueden pelear entre mexicanos, ¿por qué? Porque no es lo mismo que yo. Y no quiero sonar arrogante ni mucho menos, pero yo represento a mi país en todo.
Yo, 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 what is happening to all my brothers and sisters, to my boxing family? Yes, mate. You know what? I'm going to keep it real, bro. A lot of you guys that we talk boxing with, right, on this channel, you guys have become my boxing familiar. No matter where you from around the world. Yeah, mate. You know what? I got to salute you guys. Because we're all here for the same reason, right? And Rapstar community has become one familia of boxing. Even if you agree or disagree, it don't matter. At the end of the day, it's good to embrace with real people and people that don't take shit to heart, mate. You know, those sensitive fans and those fans, oh man, I want this fighter to win. Oh man, I want that fighter to win. It's all good. But as long as you don't get sensitive and you don't get in your emotions, and you know what I mean, take life fucking easy, mate. It's fucking boxing, mate. And that's why you're here, that's why I'm here, and that's why we're talking about the same fucking thing, that we all got one thing in common. Now, let me just say this. It's a big fight week. It's a big fight week. And you got still a lot of people saying, well, Canelo Alvarez, he cherry picking. He ducking the real fight. And the realest fight for Canelo Alvarez at 168, the most toughest opponent in the world that looks like in front of everybody's eyes, is David Benavidez. Now, Canelo Alvarez is coming with this big PBC deal. And he's coming with all the smoke on Saturday night. Saturday night, it's going down, bro. But I'm going to say it, and I'm going to speak exactly what I can see that either needs to take place. And if it doesn't, Canelo Alvarez, look, I got a lot of love for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is part of my sport. He's one of the biggest in the sport of boxing. I've been watching Canelo from years and years ago, from when he was fighting in Mexico, and then he started coming over and started fighting Matthew Hatton, Ricky Hatton's brother, when he was a young guy, young geezer. You know what I mean? I remember him fighting Ryan Rhodes, Prince Nassim's mate, Ryan Rhodes. I remember Canelo back in the day and seeing what Canelo's done. And no word of lie, bro. I feel like watching Canelo for the last 12 years plus. We've also seen this guy from a boy become a fucking man. You know what I mean? And boy, Canelo has reached serious heights. Canelo Alvarez, for what he was as a young kid from Mexico, didn't know a word of English. Canelo Alvarez did not have a word of English when he first was in the sport for many, many years. And just to see how he's elevated and what he's become and seen an example, what a fucking inspiration is Canelo Alvarez. Let's give Canelo his flowers for that. No matter whether you love him, you hate him, no matter what it is, this guy has brought a lot of energy, mate. He's brought all this energy, yeah, in our sport. And we would rather have Canelo in boxing than having him in MMA or in any other sport. We should actually appreciate that we have seen the Canelo Alvarez era and what he became and what he's, what he was. And I understand that fans in today's world, we don't live by that hardcore mentality. Charlo's coming up in weight. Canelo Alvarez is not in the most easiest fight because Charlo is a big guy. He's coming up in weight, but he's a great fighter as well at 154. That's fair enough. I'm going to let you know one thing and one thing only right now. And this is it. Canelo Alvarez got to put a beating and beat the fuck out of Charlo on Saturday night. Canelo Alvarez has got to put a beating, a solid fucking beating, mate. I'm telling you. And he's got to beat the fuck out of Charlo because this whole boxing world and this whole community, they're not going to leave Canelo alone. If Canelo Alvarez is now at the end of his career and this is a guy that they've brought for him, he got to beat him up. Because if Canelo goes in a tough fight, no matter what other way he wins, whether he's got an injury and he's not the same like he was with John Ryder, none of that matters. The only thing that fucking matters on September the 30th, remember my words, is Canelo got to fucking put Charlo and he's got to put damage on Charlo and he got to fucking knock him out. Because everything else, no matter what anybody else says, they're all going to run Canelo down. They're going to say, this geezer ain't the same anymore. He was in a tough fight with Charlo. Mexican monster will beat Canelo up. This is what's going to start. The only way Canelo can shut that down is Canelo got to put a beating on Charlo on Saturday night. Canelo really has to show the world that why he is the 168-pounder. No motherfucker should be able to come up. No motherfucker in this world should be able to come up 2 weight classes against fucking Canelo, against Cartello, against the face of boxing, against Mr. Payday. If any motherfucker thinks they're going to come up 2 weights to fight Canelo, you a dumb motherfucker. That's all I'm saying now. Because the Canelo Alvarez that I know, he ain't having that, bro. There is no way. That will hurt his legacy. That will fuck him up. Canelo cannot allow Charlo to see past the 9th or 10th round. I'm going to say it again. Canelo Alvarez cannot allow Jermell Charlo for coming past 9th or 10th round. Because they're going to say he's cherry picking, he's ducking BENAVIDEZ. All that talk is what happens when you're the face of boxing. The only way Canelo shuts everybody up again is he tells these motherfuckers in PBC, you fucking stupid or what? Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday night, on the 30th of September, Canelo Alvarez is going to put on a fucking statement. Canelo Alvarez is going to show these motherfucking people that you don't fuck about with a man and come up 2 weight classes thinking that you're going to fuck with the cabron. You ain't fucking with cabron. Yeah, he might not be the same. Yeah, he might have come out the injury. Yes, he never looked the greatest against Golovkin. Yes, he never knocked out John Ryder. But Canelo ain't going to fucking play on Saturday night, bro. All those bad things that the Americans and the Charlos and everybody else has been saying about the fucking Canelo, about the Mexican legend, and all those Americans that have been slating Canelo Alvarez for the last 4 or 5 years, Charlo's going to get it. Charlo's going to get it for all that fucking talk. Yeah? And all that fucking slandering. He don't fight Americans. He don't fight PBC. For that reason, I believe Canelo's fucking going to put on a statement. I believe Canelo is going to put on a statement. And Canelo has to, in my eyes, Canelo will show that you don't fuck with me like that. That you just don't fuck with me like that. You ain't coming up a couple of weight classes and thinking that you're going to put on a show against the realest 168 pounder. Now, let's not get it twisted, yeah? That people are saying, oh, well, Canelo's avoiding the smoke. And the realest fight that he should have is David Benavidez. That's irrelevant to what he's going to do on Saturday night. That is irrelevant to what he's going to do on Saturday night. On Saturday night, he's going to show you that he can fuck up Benavidez too. I believe Canelo is going to come with the biggest statement that this is all for him, and this is in front of the world, that people have been slandering him for not fighting American PBC fighters. Right? So Canelo got to come with a statement. And remember my words. I heard all that fucking shit from the Charlos for 3 years. Let's not forget it. I heard a lot of shit from the Charlos for the last 3-4 years. Where they calmed down now, innit? Now that Canelo signed the contract and came to them, Charlos ain't saying shit. I don't see his brother saying anything anymore. Even Charlos being very respectful. Huh? But they used to go in on Canelo, bro. They used to go in on Canelo. Give me a second, man. Let me find this video for you. Yeah? Remember how the Charlos used to talk about Canelo back in the day? But yeah, they changed their energy, didn't they? Right?
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac. What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde Tupac.
the Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your
Rappers.
name, your name.
Your name is
Tunde
Tunde.
Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us
No,
down,
no.
but they're not gonna get us.
You don't
Calm
need to
down.
tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I'll kill you all now.
No, calm down. You killed
who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Yeah. Your lyric will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's a,
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
And you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
Now, let me just say this, people, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Saturday night, shit has to unfold. Canelo's going to have to dig deep. Yes, Charlo's going to be doing good early on. Charlo's going to be moving that feet. Charlo's going to be working from that jab. Charlo's going to try and use his angles. He's going to try and keep away from being in the short distance with Canelo. He wants to get out of range because I don't see Charlo banging it out with Canelo. So I feel that Charlo's going to box him. Then he's going to take his moment to try and get Canelo to miss and then load some shots. But trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. Saying Vicious is coming. Saying Vicious is coming on Saturday night. And if Charlo can't hurt Canelo, no matter what Charlo does, he better dig deep. Everything Charlo been saying for many years, that, yo, Canelo ain't what he is. And the Charlo brothers have been saying, we can beat him. So let's see then. Let's see what you got on Saturday night. Because Charlo better dig deep, bro. Charlo got to give us a great fight. So is Charlo going to be able to handle Canelo's power later on in the fight? Is Charlo going to be able to bang it out with Canelo when he has to? When Canelo starts to catch him on the body, slowing him down, and Charlo's not going to be able to move around as much. And let's not forget, Charlo always has a habit. No matter what he does for a while, and he boxes a lot, he's got this thing that he'll stay on the ropes. Charlo will start to absorb punches and try and block punches off the ropes, and then try and catch you with an uppercut or a swift counter punch. But Charlo does get caught on the ropes because Brian Castano was able to push Charlo back anyway. And also Castano was able to cut the ring with him. And he was banging him out on the ropes. I'm not saying he was hurting him, but he was landing punches and he was constantly bringing him to the ropes. I'm just saying. You know when Cabron, you know when Canelo, mate. Canelo is a cartel, bruv. Canelo will start to land those vicious shots afterwards. Yeah, he might not be looking great in the beginning, but no one ain't fucking hurting Canelo, bro. Ain't nobody hurting him. I don't give a fuck. You can put Charlo, you can put Jamel and Jamal Charlo in the same fucking ring. Hey, bro, Canelo can fight Jamel and Jamal in the same day, and I still don't believe not both of them against him back to back, they won't be able to hurt Canelo, bro. You can't hurt Canelo. No matter what you do, you can outbox him. You can outbox him for 12 rounds. You can do what Bivol did, but you ain't going to hurt him. And once Canelo Alvarez starts to see you slow down and plant your feet, Canelo's going to come with those vicious body shots, bro. I actually think Charlo's going down with a body shot Does anybody think that Charlo can get knocked down with the body shot from Canelo? Yes or no? Because he's so tall and slender as well. And that's it, you know, he's got the skinny body frame compared to the Canelo. Canelo's got the bull, the pit bull kind of frame. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got a lot of back muscle. Canelo's got so much back muscle, bro. That guy, he's got vicious power. Does anybody think that Canelo can put Charlo with a body shot and take him down? Yes or no? Tim smokes him right now, says Boxing Kangaroo. Basilio Colon. Basilio Colon. Sounds like an Italiano, bro. Charlo is very body sensitive. Canelo gasses out in later rounds. Jamel could start stealing rounds. We're going to talk about that too. Tazoo hits hard, fights smart. Chuck says, yes, the body shot and take a dive for the loss. Nah, I think you're going to take a dive, bruv. You mean it's going to be too much? He's going to say, fuck it. Yes, says Dizzy Dro. Smash the like. Support the channel. Subscribe if you're new. It's fight week, bro. It's fight week, and it's already starting to kick off. We're starting to kick it off now. It's possible, but it would be towards the late rounds. So let me ask you how you guys are feeling about the energy of this fight. I want to feel you guys out now, where you guys are feeling the energy of this fight. Is this going to be a stoppage or points win? Is this going to be a stoppage or a points win? Is this going to be a stoppage or a points win? Do you feel? I got Canelo by unanimous decision, says Stephen 47-22. Points for Charlo, says Pat Greedy. J Rock says Nello in 6 rounds. Chuck says stoppage, mate. This the funeral right here. Yes, body shot, knockout for Canelo. Wow, you going with my what? Well, you're going with what I'm saying right now. Canelo will stop Charlo, says Peter. Jamel has not fought in a year, and he's coming out of injury too. Yo, Basili Conlon, I've never seen you here, mate. Are you subscribed to the channel? You said you want a wrench. You said you want the link. Are you new to the channel? Is this your first time, or you been here a few times? Let me know, bro. Let me know. Adam says, I say Charlo in the 9th round. Where you from, Basilio? Come on, man. Off the distance with Ryder. He definitely needs a knockout because he has not accumulated at 168 and has been out for 18 months. So look, for me, I don't know how you guys feel. I'm just letting you know in the way that this boxing community works. Forget about that hardcore talk. That, yeah, man, it was a good fight. You know, Canelo won by points. Charlo is great. Charlo did amazing. Charlo was unlucky. Canelo won the fight. Canelo won on points. Bro, I'm going to keep it real with you. I told you what Canelo is. I gave him his props. If Canelo don't get the stoppage, hear me again. If Canelo don't get the stoppage, people are going to say he can't beat Benavidez. That's just the way the fans are. Canelo will need to get a dominant performance. That points decision you're talking about, it ain't going to help. You know, I'm going to tell you why. And where the energy of this fight is, and him, Charlo, coming up 2 weight classes, right? Canelo Alvarez, if he gets the points win, he's in a lose-lose situation. He ain't going to get the credit that he deserves to beat a guy who's undisputed at 154. A guy that was in line to fight the Australian Tim Tszyu. So I'm just going to tell you how it is, mate. Canelo going to have to go deep. He can't get this points win. He's going to have to dominate in that fight. Or he's got to knock down Charlo a couple of times and at least dominate him to make sure to let the world know you don't fuck with me like that. A decision win is no matter what going to get slandered. It's going to get criticized. It ain't going to be the win that he wants. I promise you this. Canelo Alvarez is not in a win-win situation if it's a decision win. He's not. He's got to get a fucking stoppage. But let's give the he's got to get a stoppage, bro. Whatever it is, I'm just letting you know the energy in this boxing community. And remember this. Let's start remembering that we might have to start making excuses. You know how the fans are. You know there's going to be excuses coming anyway from the Charlos people, the Charlos fans. If Charlo loses anyway, you know the excuses are already there. And there might not be excuses, but some of them are the truth. That Charlo being inactive for so long. Charlo got this fight by accident, by default, because Charlo got this fight because the older Charlo couldn't make the fight. So let's get ready for that one. Charlo never fought at 168 before. So what do you expect? Charlo hasn't fought for 18 months. All this is getting ready to be played out. Remember that. Yeah? Because these are all the terms and situations for Charlo leading into the fight. All this is going to come out after the fight. Watch. And what's happening?
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, man, we're rocking it, bro. Getting ready for fight week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, that is great boxing content, brother.
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, mate. So, like I said, Canelo got to get a dominant win because the fans are not going to leave him. They're going to go on his neck if he doesn't beat up Charlo. And if it's a win on decision, ain't many people going to be happy, bro. I promise you that. Yo, Basilio, hit the link, man. And then we give you a wrench once we hear you out, brother. But yeah, man, he got to get a dominant win because you got the Mexican monster waiting in line. And if he doesn't get a really great win here, they're going to say, bro, the Mexican monster going to beat him up. This is the energy and the aura and the fans around the boxing community right now. This is how I see this fight. Canelo going to get criticized hard if he doesn't get a really big win against him. Right, so let's see. El Bud will fight Canelo tomorrow. Criticism is just an opinion. And fuck them, says Matt and 509. Canelo is getting ordered to fight his Mando after this fight by WBC, who is David. Is that what they're going to put in place after? We'll have to talk about that because we're going to have to get David's dad on the show, which we are going to do. But yes, Solomon, what you saying?
Who, me?
Yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, man. I think that's a good fight. Canelo's gonna break him down, man. Everybody knows that guy is coming with two weight divisions. He hasn't tasted the punching power of a 168 pounder. Canelo has knocked out 168 pounds and light heavyweights. He not when he came up to that division, he knocked out a guaranteed tested fighter, Rocky Fielding, where he was killing him with body shots. Rocky Fielding fought Callum Smith and beat also John Ryder. And this guy went in and broke him down and took his WBA regular belt. So people don't know this man is a guaranteed a 168-pound puncher. He's lethal in there. If he sees the opportunity, he's an excellent fish, finisher. Um, I really don't understand what was the the money he was making good money at 154. I don't know why he wanted to come up to this division and take a loss. He's gonna get a loss now because on his resume, most probably a knockout loss. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy he's beating bigger fighters. Look what he did to Mundo. Mundo won on a survival mode because he busted his tore up his bicep, and Mundo was completely ineffective. He was on survival mode through the whole fight. Um, he's beating a lot of good fighters. John Ryder couldn't do nothing to him. He busted him up. We know John Ryder is durable, but he broke him down systematically. He completely washed him. So I really don't see why people are thinking that he's afraid of fighting Benavidez. I think it's just a matter of time. This was he already did a mandatory by fighting Ryder, so I think this was a voluntary defense, money making defense, how you call a showcase fight for him just being signed with PBC. PBC made him this offer, and he it was granted to him. It wasn't like he was calling out Charlo. This offer was made to him, and he just took the opportunity to do the showcase fight and entertain
So,
the
how
fans.
much of this was his offer made to him, or being somebody in the status of Canelo Alvarez? Isn't that the status of the Oscar De La Hoyas in the past, the Floyd Mayweathers, where you can actually work deals with networks and promoters and advisors like Al Heyman and kind of pick the package that you want? Would you not think that Canelo Alvarez is at a status in his life that he can actually say, well, we got a 3 fight deal here, and they probably consult with the Canelo team. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I believe so. And also, you got to look at Charlo's point of view. Charlo is very sensitive when it comes to getting hit. He doesn't like to get hit. Okay. We've seen him in his fights. He doesn't like to get hit. Okay. Um. Uh. I think in almost all his fights, he's very sensitive. He doesn't. If he sees the guy got some kind of power, he's gonna have trouble. Because in the first Castaño fight, Castaño hit him a couple of times, and you could saw how it affected his fight. And he had a draw. Luckily, he
I
came
mean,
out with a draw.
the only thing I can agree with you there, mate, is that if Charlo has proven when he gets in the trenches and he gets hurt a little bit or they're heavy shots, he will start to change it up a bit on you, right? And
Yeah,
he won't come as aggressive on you now. He'll start working and he'll start boxing more. But that doesn't mean that Charlo can't adapt, though, right? He can adapt. Once he gets hurt, he can adapt, right? He can move.
yeah,
He can use his jab. He doesn't stay there. He's always got angles and he gets out and he slips out, right? So what I'm saying about Charlo, he's not a flat-footed fighter. He's a mover. He can move. But
yeah. He could move. He could box, and then he got a world class trainer. I mean, right now, this right here is two franchises. It's like two football teams, right? We got a trainer. We got the trainer that he has, Canelo has, which is a highly decorated trainer. And then Charlo got a highly decorated Derek James, and this guy has Eddie Reynoso. So these two guys are two franchise trainers. They're gonna prepare their fighters, and they're gonna have game plans. They're gonna have plan A, plan B, plan C. These are thinking fighters. So if plan A, plan C is not, plan B is not working, they use plan C. But at the end of the day, bro, the guy with the punching power, the guy that's trained, that's acclimated to 168, the guy that could break down dudes and capitalize when you're hurt is Canelo. Charlo has had trouble with punchers, and he has to go back to training camp and train another training camp just so he could be able to beat you. So, if he loses his fight and he loses his fight in a spectacular fashion, because sometimes you could lose the fight and get a rematch, because the fight might be that exciting, then if it's granted to him a rematch with Charlo, because the fight was that exciting, was such a bomb burner, then maybe he could do it through a training camp and be able to find a game plan to even make it more competitive with Canelo and be able to defeat him. You understand?
Yeah, no, there is one thing that I am thinking that yeah, Charlo's gonna probably want to see how he feels when when he throws like a 2-3 shots like Bivol does, right? Because
Hmm.
you're gonna with Canelo, you're gonna have to try and throw 2, 3, 4 shots to catch him with 1, 2. Because when Canelo puts his defense up, he allows you to throw on him because he also is conserving his energy when he's throwing, and when he misses, he'll go back into putting his hands up when he knows punches are coming back at him, right? So
Yeah.
Canelo's always throwing punches but trying to conserve his energy, and
The,
he's got a good
the
defense. Canelo's got a good defense, right? People overlook his
yeah.
defense. But
The problem with Bivol was
let me
that
get this off.
Bivol.
Let me get this off though, bro. But once Canelo, I'm thinking if he hurts Charlo or catches Charlo with a big shot, like you're saying, I'm thinking that's when is Charlo gonna go on survival mode? Is that when Charlo's not gonna start feeling himself? If he gets hurt in a couple of punches where he thinks, okay, this is heavy, then he might not want to throw 4 or 5 punch combinations. And if Canelo starts to slow Charlo down by second guessing Charlo for throwing so many shots, and he makes Charlo think a lot by hurting him in a couple of punches, that might fuck Charlo up by Charlo trying to go on his bike and go
I
survival
agree.
mode.
I agree because we also saw that when Canelo did that with the problem with Bivol. Bivol would throw a 1-2 and back up and run and leap out. Yeah, he was doing like a Jersey Joe Walker when Jersey Joe Walker fought Joe Louis the first time. He was doing like he was leaping out. He threw a 1-2 combination, like a 1-2, and then jump out. So Canelo didn't have the time to time him. You know what I'm saying? But being that this is a different opponent, still Canelo has made those adjustments with Eddie Reynoso. So now if this guy tries to do the 1-2 and jump out, Canelo's gonna anticipate that. Maybe it might take 1 or 2 rounds, but anticipate that and be able to counter that. Okay. Now another thing is we haven't seen Charlo in his whole career get hit by a ferocious body puncher like Canelo. So now is he gonna do another Ryan Garcia and quit because he might be throwing a right? This guy slips that right hand, boom, downstairs with the left hook. That power is so immense that the guy might just curl out like Ryan Garcia did with Charlo and stay on one knee, and the fight is over. Because at the end of the day, bro, this guy has similarities. This fight's similar to the Ryan Garcia Gervonta Davis fight because one is a little taller, one likes to load up on the right hand, and Canelo likes to load up on his left. So Canelo might just slip that right, boom, downstairs with the breadbasket with the left hook, and this guy might just say, "Wait a minute, I can't take this kind of punishment," and he just might stay on one knee. This guy is not, I mean, he's a businessman. I mean, he's not gonna take a bad career-ending L. This guy is gonna do the one knee, better
My
things. You know what
my
I'm saying?
thing is, but my thing is now I understand that we see all those avenues for Canelo. But now I want to see the avenues for Jamel Charlo to come on Saturday night, right? And boxing Kangaroo Technique Mountain 509. Peter Von Arx. I can see the chat again, by the way, guys. Pound for pound king. Charlo on Saturday night, lads, surprises us and beats Canelo. And how does he do that? I want to break down everything for Charlo that benefits him. What can we see from Charlo that might even surprise the fans? Now, one of those things we might see is that the power of Canelo is not hurting Charlo at one.
Okay,
Yeah,
you want me to say
let me go.
something?
Let me get a few
Okay,
things off, then you can go, bro.
okay, yes, sir, yes, sir,
Sorry, mate. I like to cook a little bit, yeah?
yes, sir.
Just think about this, ladies and gentlemen. The big thing that we're thinking, yeah, Canelo's power. Canelo's power. Imagine this, that the power is not affecting Charlo like you thought it was. Charlo's able to observe, like he's able to take a shot here and there, and he's giving shots. In fact, Charlo is landing 3 shots while Canelo's landing 1. Now you're seeing Charlo outboxing Canelo because Canelo's looking a bit slow. Canelo's looking a bit slower. He's coming forward, coming aggressive, trying to, use his little head movement. Sometimes he does, but Canelo will start to throw. And once he's throwing, he might start missing. And if he starts missing, Charlo start catching him. Hey, Charlo outbox Canelo can happen. Now, the only way that can happen is we see Canelo looking slower. Canelo's punching power ain't going to hurt Charlo. These 2 things, and another thing I need to let you know, is the work rate of Charlo. Maybe Charlo's stamina was underrated. That Canelo's throwing so many shots, yeah? But he's missing a lot of shots, and Charlo's able to fucking elevate on him, bro. He's able to catch him from angles. Charlo can catch him with the jab. And even with underrated that Charlo's jab, in this fight, we overlooked all these things. What do you think?
Okay, so check this out, right? I'm looking at the fight that just happened this weekend, right? Which is a Hitchens against Jose Chon Cepeda. People from the inside team of Chon Cepeda was saying that because I was listening to it from another boxing show, boxing journalists were talking, and they said the inside tip with Chon wasn't looking that good on training. His sparring was sluggish and so forth. So basing that on Canelo, if Canelo is looking sluggish in there, and he's not taking this guy serious, and he's like he's being like lax, and he's sluggish. Uh, Charlo could do a Richardson Hitchens. Okay, Charlo could just completely avoid this guy's punching power. The speed might be a factor, like when Richardson Hitchens fought Chon Cepeda, and just dance there, just rack up points, just accumulate punch with the 1-2 combination and jab 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 jab. That's what basically what Bivol did, and just whitewash Canelo and take these belts because at the end of the day, bro, this is with this gentleman that just fought now. I mean, he's been burned, he's been cooked by a lot of people because he whitewashed completely Tron, but he won the fight, okay, and he was getting acclimated to the main event. That's his first main event, and he won the fight because he wants to move on to bigger method. So now Charlo, if Canelo is not looking sluggish and Charlo wants to do the same thing, Charlo is getting himself acclimated in this fight to 168. He cannot afford to lose this fight. Okay, I'm pretty sure Derrick James is cooking his ass right now in training camp. You cannot afford to lose this fight. Okay, so if he has to do the same thing that Richardson Hitchens did, like box from long range, every single time Canelo gets on his side, hug him. You know what I'm saying? do a bear hug thing so Canelo can't get those body shots in there. Don't take no chances. Hit him with 1-2s, no 3-4s, 5-6 combinations, just 1-2 combinations and back up and win the fight on points. He has the talent. He has the skill asset. He has the training camp to do that. But remember this: one slip, Canelo has uh how you call he could change the fight with one punch. Canelo's done it before. So if this guy has to be fully focused, fully determined to win this fight on points. He could do it. Eh, he's gonna have to dance. I heard his legs are monstrous. He has great development on his legs. He's like he very muscular guy on his legs. So if he could just dance, he could do it. But it's not gonna be an exciting fight. It's gonna be he's gonna get cooked, like they say, like they did to Richardson Hitchens. Oh, he's a runner, and so, at the end of the day, but he's gonna get the win if he does it like that. But if he goes and he gets sentimental and emotional and starts going with Canelo, maybe he might rock Canelo a couple of times because Canelo likes to play possum, like he was doing that to Bivol and lure the guy in, and that's gonna be a trap because he sets traps. Remember, Canelo's is a hunter, bro. Canelo's a hunter. He'll set traps, make believe like he's hurt, stay on the ropes, and before you know it, one punch and the fight is over. So if he could focus, don't fall into Canelo's traps. Don't pay attention to the possum technique that Canelo does. He might win this fight, but it's gonna be like people say, "Oh, it was boring. Oh, Charlo was dancing. Charlo was running." If he, they're gonna cook him, but he could get the win. It's possible. He has the reputation to box. He could box. He has Derrick James in his corner, man. Let's not sleep on him. Look what he did with AJ. He made AJ a boxer. AJ's very conscious now, very focused in there. So the same thing he could do with Jamel Charlo. You could continue, sir.
Yo, keep it going for 1 minute. I'm just getting.
Okay, so yeah, so at the end of the day, bro, this is business, bro. Boxing, professional boxing is business, okay? This man has taken a lot of risk, man. You think Charlo is not sweating? You think Charlo didn't pay dividends in the training camps to become undisputed champ? This young man became undisputed champ at 154. He wheeled and dealed to get this fight. Okay, this is a career-changing fight for him. Okay, he wants to continue his career. He wants a. This is the first dip in the pond for him. 168. So he's gonna do anything possible to get this win. Okay, boring or not. Okay, boxing enthusiast or not. This is a professional boxing. This is a sport of hitting and not getting hit. So if the fans don't like it because it's boring, but he's whitewashing Canelo, and so be it. If Canelo himself is sluggish in his training camp, like Chon Cepeda did, okay? Remember, this man is smaller than Charlo. He's small. The referee's gonna have to help him out in clinchings. He's gonna have to separate, reset the fighters. If the referee's not doing that, like in the fight with um Richardson Hitchens and Cepeda, and the referee's not helping Cepeda at all, which he did not. He didn't help him in the clinches or nothing.
Yeah, but you were
So that's
also one of these guys, right? That came on my channel and other channels. I'm sure that you said that Zepeda was gonna beat the fuck out of Hitchison. So
yeah. I thought
I'm sure
also.
you got that wrong because
Yeah,
Zepeda
I got that
came out
wrong.
like shit.
Absolutely.
Zepeda wasn't
Yeah.
doing shit. He couldn't fucking land good punches himself.
Uh-huh.
So Zepeda
The
ain't
speed
what you
factor.
think.
The
So let
speed
me just
factor.
say this: Zepeda ain't what you think he is anymore, and neither
Yeah.
did you give him that credit that he was gonna beat the fuck out of
Okay.
Hitchison.
What I
You
understand,
know, we
sir.
all get
After the
things
fight,
wrong.
I respect that, sir. And after the fight, what I heard was that Cepeda had a sluggish training camp.
Right
Cepeda
now, let's
is
get to my boy from Aussie. Yes, my brother from another mother. Carl in the house. What's happening, mate?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, mate. I know you was needing to come on for a bit. I could see that. Um, yeah. Go on, Carl.
Yeah, look, Suleiman, I know that you like to talk up fucking really shit fighters and say about how good some really shit fighters are. I'm not calling Charlo shit, but mate, getting acclimated at 168 with a guy like Canelo It's like committing career suicide. So if he thinks he's going to step in against the big dog, I think he's getting fucked up. And I think he's getting his midsection. I think he'll probably end up with a punctured fucking lung with one of his ribs going through his fucking lung. And I think he'll be getting rushed off to hospital.
Okay. Okay. So I know I got myself I was going for Cepeda because I was looking at the resume. 37-3 with 28 knockouts coming into this fight. But the man was sluggish. Okay. The man wasn't taking this young man serious. Also, we have to look, speed was a big factor in that fight. For the first 3 rounds, Cepeda couldn't even throw that guy with a bag of rice in his butt. Okay. Um, Richardson Hitchens was crazy fast, crazy talented. His leg game is monstrous. Okay. So we have to gauge this also. If Charlo could come in with the speed factor that Richardson Hitchens brought in this fight,
Yeah, but
and
Suleiman, don't use fucking Canelo and Charlo as a fucking don't use Zapata and Hitchens as a fucking analogy to break down the fight. There's nothing similar in any of those guys in Zapata, Hitchenson's, Charlo, or Canelo, bro. You can't use the same analogy. They're completely different.
the reason I'm using it is because they're both compatible. One is shorter. Canelo is shorter than the other one. Um, this guy does do boxing. They are similar. They are similar. There's a similar factor. So what I'm saying is, I'm using this analogy because
Oh
this
man,
could really happen.
I don't know how your fucking mind thinks sometimes, bro.
All right.
I just can't see how you can get an analogy using fucking Richardson, Hitchens, and fucking Zapata with Canelo and Charlo. You got one guy that fights like fucking Devin Haney and fucking goes in and plods and fucking jabs and then puts his fucking Philly shell up. And neither Charlo nor fucking Canelo fight like that, man. Both of them are fighters. They want to exchange. So your fucking theory there's wrong. And Zapata didn't. He just fucking stood there like a fucking punching bag. That's all he did the whole fight.
Okay.
I don't know how you get this analogy with Charlo
I'm
and
saying
fucking
that
Canelo.
the reason I'm saying that because this is what happens. But I used to box too. Okay, and I'm telling you the truth, bro. Um, you could be on your A game training camp, Papa. You could be on your A game. You could have the power. You could be fit. You could have everything right. You could be doing everything right. But now when you're in the ring with a fucking guy like with a guy like a Charlo, like a Richardson Hitchens, these guys are way much faster than you, and you can't find a way to slow this guy down. And the referee's not helping you. You're fighting small, and the guy's bigger. And when you get on the inside, when you finally get work yourself inside, and the referee's not helping you in the clinches because the guy's hugging your ass, and the referee's not breaking that up, okay? And he's getting hit with elbows, forearms, and shit from the guy because he's taller. That's gonna frustrate you after 1, 2, 3, or 4 rounds. It's gonna affect your performance, okay? And that's what was happening with Cepeda, okay? Cepeda, the referee was not helping him, okay? The other guy is a Floyd Mayweather prodigy that just signed with Matchroom, and Matchroom gave him a humongous cash advance. The kid's a millionaire already, okay? From cash advances alone. He was a Mayweather, a TMT fighter that went to Matchroom, okay? This guy drives a S series Mercedes, okay? He's living in Manhattan. This guy probably made a lot of money in that fight, okay? He just fought his first main event. So what I'm saying is that that affects you, bro. You got 1, 2, 3 rounds. The guy's popping you with a jab, and you're trying everything to break him down. Then when you finally get inside, the referee is not helping you, and this guy's pillow hugging your ass. Okay, then he gets on the inside, he's doing the same shit again. That's gonna affect you. Okay, so if this happens in this fight with Canelo, and Canelo can't get his hands out, can't get his hands to work that body like he does. He loves to tear up the body, like we did to Amir Khan. Okay, like we did to other fighters. Okay, and he can't tear up the body. And this guy's just popping that jab. And remember, he's a PBC fighter, original PBC fighter. Okay, who's the original PBC fighter? Charlo. Okay, so all these guys are working for his stable. Okay, so he just got signed up for a 3-5 deal. Okay, so now who's gonna benefit from this? Charlo getting a L or a win? I think Charlo gets a win. It helps him better. Okay, okay. So him getting a win helps Heyman better. Okay, because that's his stable fighter. Okay. So what I'm saying is that Heyman, I mean this referee is gonna be working for Heyman for the promoting TPPC. So Canelo is looking is just got freshly signed. So even though
That's bullshit.
he's a pound for pound fighter, he's a small fighter. He's short. We know that he has punching power. He breaks down the body. But what I'm saying is, if Charlo does a once a fight, a whitewashing fight, like accumulating punches, and that's what works for. Well, that's what works. Both of his losses have come to boxers, safety first boxers. Floyd Mayweather, okay, that was his first loss, and he pushed for that fight. It was him that pushed for that fight because he felt he could beat Floyd, and he lost. Okay, he got whitewashed, and then he also lost to Bivol, another boxer, another rangy boxer that likes to fight from the outside. So this guy's gonna do. He's gonna implement the plan. Derrick James is gonna implement the plan, in my opinion, that's gonna benefit a boxer, a rangy boxer. Okay, this man is not a.
Sullivan,
I'm
you
listening.
keep telling yourself that, bro. No, you keep telling yourself that Charlo's going to win because he's got the backing of the PBC. But I'll
No,
tell you
I'm not
what, if
saying that.
one
I'm
bloke,
not saying that. I hope Canelo knocks him out. I hope Canelo knocks him out and continues. But what I'm saying is that don't sleep on Charlo, bro. Charlo, he became a undisputed champ. That wasn't easy for him to become a undisputed, bro. Look at the kind of guys he fought. Tony
he
Harrison.
wasn't undefeated. He wasn't
Don't
undefeated.
don't think-
He's lost.
no don't think it was easy for him, bro, to become a undisputed at 154. It wasn't because he fought Erickson Lubin.
No,
Erickson Lubin had a team behind him, bro, and he knocked Erickson Lubin in one round, bro. Don't
But
think
Sullivan, a lot of people in the chat, I'm looking, I just came back, they're saying, well, Sullivan said Zepeda will knock out Hitchison, so they don't believe you anymore as much.
No, because what happened was, let me explain that again. Okay, the reason I picked that was Richard Hitchison coming into that fight was 16-0 with 7 knockouts, right? Cepeda had fought Regis Progress. Cepeda got a win over Jose the Sniper Pedraza, a 2 division champ. Okay, Cepeda got wins on his resume. They're unbelievable. Okay, he has the reputation. But now, after the fight, I'm hearing that he was sluggish in training camp. He was getting tuned up by sparring partners. He wasn't there. He was very overconfident. He was running sluggishly on the treadmill, stuff like that.
You found
So
all this
now,
out, you found all that out after the fight.
after the fight, I found out they said all that. But if you look at the record books, you look on the record books, you don't
Right.
know. I did not know that this guy was an Olympian and he was a speed demon in there. That he's a prodigy of Floyd. That he even fights like Floyd. I didn't know that. He's an
Right.
orthodox fighter. He
But
mimics
look,
Floyd Mayweather.
I just think, look, ultimately, we know the favorite and the strongest favorite here in this fight is Canelo Alvarez. We can all
facts.
make game plans. We can all strategically start to cook how Charlo can make it close, how Charlo can win. But ultimately, I would say that this fight is 65 or 70-30 in favor of Canelo. I would say
We
this
all
fight
agree,
should
both.
be,
I
it
think he
should
is.
be, it should
We
be.
all agree on that.
Carl, where you got it? Have you got it 60-40 or 55-45?
Nah,
What you got?
70-30 at best. 70-30 at best, Rap. Like
Yeah,
I keep
but that's the
saying,
same thing. That's the
hang on,
same thing with
Sullivan. You've had
So
your
now let's
fucking
say
minute.
this then, Carl. Do you really think, Carl, that anything else, if it's not a 70-30 performance, then you would start to think Canelo definitely is right at the decline now?
100%. 100%. He's got to impress. He's got to impress the fans, mate. And I think
so
he can
let's say
do it.
right now this guy is faster. Let's say if this guy is faster than Canelo. And Canelo's getting tattooed with jabs for the first 3 rounds. And the speed is unbelievable. The timing of Charlo is unbelievable. Remember, he's a smaller fighter. He's coming up. He's taller. He's lighter. He's gonna have speed advantage over Canelo. Okay? He frustrates Canelo for the first 3 rounds. Canelo tries everything he can't deal with the speed. Right? Okay? He finally gets on the inside. The guy is hugging the shit out of him. Okay? Now, that's going to frustrate Canelo. Canelo's going to lose his temper. He's going to be doing his timing is going to be off. You know what I'm saying? So if he could do that to Canelo, and remember, he's showing Canelo a lot of respect. This man is showing Canelo a lot of respect. He's not trying to irritate Canelo in any way. But now when he comes in, the surprise factor is that the speed might be there. You know what I'm saying? The speed might be there. That's the only way. In my opinion, that's the only way that this man could defeat Canelo. Because if he's gonna go toe to toe with
So,
Canelo,
so
Canelo's
the
gonna
guy's
bust
going
him
to
up.
move. The guy's going to move up 2 weight divisions, and he's going to be faster. Is that what you're saying? So the guy's going to
Yeah,
move up. He's going to move up from 154 to 168, and he's going to be faster. Just make that make sense to me. Just make that part. I just want to hear
well,
how he's
it's
going to make
natural, bro. It's a natural thing, bro. Like, for example, let me give you another example, right? Uh, when Michael Spinks fought Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks was faster, right? Because he was coming from light heavyweight, right? He was a faster fighter, right? And he was also younger. Okay. When you're coming from a lower division, you're faster. You have a speed factor. Even when guys spar featherweights, people spar featherweights. They say lightweight sparring a featherweight. Featherweights are freaking fast, bro. They throw a lot of punches. They don't have power, but they throw a lot of punches. So what I'm saying is that this man is coming from two divisions lighter. He's gonna have the speed factor. Okay, he's not gonna be sitting on his punches like a Canelo because Canelo's 168 pound now. He's acclimated, but he's gonna have the speed factor. And if the speed is
But
an issue, that's gonna play in the game, bro. If you got a guy popping a jab, yo, I used to, like I told you before, I used to box amateur. Yo, some of these guys are so fast, like featherweight, bro. Let's say you boil down to like featherweight or lightweight, and used to be a bigger division. Yo, these guys will pop you with a jab, bro. You blind, you can't see it coming, bro, because their speed is unbelievable. So now Charlo might have that. He might be gifted with that speed, bro. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And I even know, no, and if that plays a factor in this fight, don't be surprised that Canelo could be whitewashed because I don't think is gonna slug it with this guy. Charlo's not that dumb, bro. Charlo's not gonna slug it with this guy. Charlo's not gonna fall in his traps, bro. You know what I'm saying? Charlo paid his dues in
All
154.
right. Well,
I don't.
let me listen to Carl as well a bit, Solomon. Um, so I just want to say this though: if Charlo pulls this off, and everybody underestimated, well, like I said earlier on when I was cooking about Charlo's speed, his stamina, his power. If we underestimated this guy, him coming up, that we didn't think he could absorb the punches to that, like he could, you know, take the punches to the body and come with his uppercuts. Like every time Canelo might come to the body, Charlo might block uppercut. Charlo might have a answer for every body shot that as he starts to work that out. I'm just saying, Charlo could, you know, surprise a lot of fans and a lot of people and think, what did he just? Well, he can take the shots. He's got his own power. You can see that he can hold it. And if these things unravel on Saturday night, how great is Charlo then? If Charlo beats Canelo, does that make Charlo number one, pound for pound, in the world? Yes or no? Carl?
yeah, he's got to be up there. Got to
Oh,
be up there.
you got to make an argument for him then.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna
fucking.
be up there, bro. He's gonna
Well,
be
let
up
Carl,
there. They're
let
gonna.
Carl go, Solomon. Then I'll come to you.
If he beats Canelo, man, like Canelo's arguably probably been on the pound for pound list the longest, to my knowledge, since I've been following boxing. That guy's always been on fucking everyone's list. If Charlo can knock him off in a fashion like Mavol did, and whitewash him or stop him, then yeah, he's definitely got to be in the talk. Definitely got to be in the talk for number one, or number two, or three. Definitely got to be in the
I mean,
talk.
the argument is he's beaten everybody who even beat him. The couple of people, Harrison, he came back, knocked him out, became undisputed, went up 2 weight classes and become undisputed again. I'm sure his accolades alone for that space and what he's done, and then coming off a long layoff, it has to be a great, great win. And to me, I think there's an argument to be made for Charlo to be number 1 pound for pound even. Because he's going up 2 weights to be undisputed.
Well, I think just the name alone, rap, just getting that name on your resume. If you beat Canelo, you become one of the chosen few, bro. So if you can beat, I think just on resume alone, I think Canelo is definitely better than having Errol Spence on your fucking resume. And I think Canelo's better than having fucking Stephen Fulton on your resume for the anyway argument. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you can argue with it. I think there's no argument. I think he would go to number 1.
Okay,
There's
so
an
it's my turn now.
argument to be made. There's an argument to be made that Charlo will be number 1 pound for pound in the world.
But you know, the
Okay.
chances of that happening are about the same as fucking me winning Cleo Bachelor of the Year award.
No, and that's why it's such a big win.
Exactly.
Okay,
What a
it's my
statement.
turn now.
What a
It's my turn.
statement that could be. Yeah, who's that? Solomon?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
yeah, so I think being that the Crawford win, the win that Crawford got is a great win. I think he'll be number 2 in the world if he manages to whitewash Canelo. I don't think he's gonna stop Canelo, but he could whitewash Canelo. He could do a Richardson Hitchens on him. I think he could do the Richardson Hitchens. I think he could do the Bivol on him, because the speed factor is there. Remember this, right? We know this about Charlo, right? Charlo is very loyal to his trainer. Charlo's very obedient and he's very disciplined. Okay, he follows instructions to the T. We saw that in the second fight with Castaño, and we saw that in the Tony Harrison fight in the second fight. He wasn't taking no chances, bro. He was boxing and connecting. Um, don't be surprised. Charlo does what I'm saying, and at the end of the fight, Canelo might just get frustrated so much and do a Jerry Cooney and just neglect his defense and get knocked out. He could get stopped. It could happen because the guy does have power too.
But Canelo can get stopped when Bivol threw the kitchen sink at him.
No,
and everybody else, Gennady Golovkin punched him with everything.
Couldn't even drop
the guy could,
And
it could be a
Canelo
Jerry
can
Cooney,
get
bro.
stopped. Canelo can get stopped. Have you ever seen Canelo hurt, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Have we ever seen Joe Joyce hurt?
Have you ever fucking seen Canelo do the stinky?
No, I never saw Joe Joyce get knocked out, but we saw it this
have you ever
weekend.
seen Canelo fucking shake? That Canelo's gonna get stopped by Charlo.
Same thing with Joe Joyce. I never saw Joe Joyce get knocked out. Zane knocked him out.
If you're gonna say Charlo gonna win, he's gonna outpoint Canelo. How the fuck you putting that on Charlo's fucking neck? That you think that for him to do, he could get a stoppage to against Canelo
in the late rounds.
Nah, bro.
Canelo might just get
Listen,
frustrated.
bro. I ain't seen Canelo. You can hit him with a brick. You can hit Canelo with a brick on his fucking jaw. He ain't fucking getting knocked out, bro.
They were saying that
He
about
ain't getting
Joe
knocked out
Joyce.
for nobody, bro.
Okay, I hope so,
Ain't
man,
no
because they were
fucking
saying
nobody
about Joe
knocking at
Joyce.
Canelo Alvarez. Stop that bullshit, bro.
Remember Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce, everybody was calling him Juggernaut, the man of steel.
Stop comparing the Juggernaut, bro. Canelo's been in there with fucking serious punches, bro. Juggernaut was coming up. Juggernaut couldn't handle Zhang, bro. Just because Juggernaut fucking got knocked out by Zhang, ain't no Canelo fucking getting knocked out. What the fuck you talking about, bro? Stop getting hyped up about Zhang. Zhang fucking did what he did to Joyce. This is Canelo Alvarez, bro. We're talking about Mr. Cabron, a man that's willing to take 30, 40 punches and lose the round. He don't give a fuck. Canelo ain't no man. Yeah, bro, let me tell you something. Sitting here saying that Canelo can get knocked out. Hey, bro, you're talking about a fighter that's so durable and he's got such a foundation. That man knows how to survive in any shape and form, bro. Just Canelo getting outboxed by Bivol and he getting beaten up by, Gennady Golovkin punched him with everything, even the kitchen sink. And Canelo still looked at Golovkin and said, come on, Cabron, come on. So he ain't getting knocked out, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, so let's look at the losses of Charlo, bro. Charlo wasn't looking like a punk either, but when he lost, bro, he was loading up on Tony Harrison when he got his first loss, right? He looked aggressive. He was a real Cabron too, bro, right? And then the draw defeat that he has to that he has with Castaño, he was a real cabron too, bro. So what I'm saying is that this guy is not coming to lose, bro. He's not coming there to bend over to to go on one knee to Canelo and bow down to Canelo. This guy's gonna come there to win. And even if a loss, he's still gonna be a real cabron too, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's not there to lose, bro. This guy is gonna give you
Ain't nobody's going
110%.
in there to fucking lose, bro. But if you're trying to knock out Canelo, you gotta watch out. You don't get fucked up so bad that you won't even be able to move. Ain't no fighter gonna try and pressure Canelo like that if they know they can't stop a man.
What I'm saying is, bro,
Listen.
like David Cooley, bro.
Some fighters
Cool-
are made where they're made in a certain way, that they are built in a certain way. They got a foundation, yeah. That fighters can either try to outbox them and throw many more shots than them. You got to be faster than him. You got to have lateral movement. You can outbox him from the jab. Yes, Charlo got a smart IQ. He can try and he can adapt. He can work that jab. Maybe we underestimate Charlo's stamina. Maybe we underestimated his stamina, bro. Maybe his power. Maybe we're underestimating that Charlo going up 2 weight classes and that he can absorb Canelo's shots, that he's got power of his own. He might be able to get away by throwing 3, 4, 5 punch combinations, right? And catching Canelo and outpointing Canelo. That Canelo, even when he's coming aggressive, Charlo's blocking the body shots, countering him. Every time Canelo's coming with the body shots, Charlo can block it, counter him. So he can outbox him, but it's got to be a great performance for 12 rounds. Yeah? And big up to everybody in the chat. Peter, Black Helmet, Garcia, Cook Lonzo, Punch Drunk Boxing in the motherfucking house. Joseph, yeah, mate. Now watch this. Charlo's got the skills. We all know he got skills. Have we underestimated Charlo's power going up at 168? That's my first question. Because everybody feels that the power is going to be the difference. That Charlo might make the weight, but being in that fight with a real true 168 pounder who's coming at you like a light heavyweight, because that's how it might feel for Charlo. But does Charlo prove us wrong? That, bruh, Canelo ain't hurting him like that, bruh. Canelo ain't hurting him like that. You see what I'm saying, Cole? We got to remember this, that we're expecting Canelo to wear Charlo down. We expecting Canelo to hurt Charlo, and Charlo at some point won't be able to take Canelo's power. Are we wrong about that? Could we have overlooked it, that Charlo is durable and Charlo actually has better stamina than Canelo, that in the later rounds that we're thinking Canelo's going to hurt him, like he's done to Plant, like he's done to Billy Joe Saunders, and like he's the bigger guy that we know at 168, he is the guy. He's the dog. That guy's coming up to see him. Is that where we're fucked up? That we thought Charlo can't hang with him later on in the fight. He's going to get hurt.
No, I don't think that happens at all. I think we've got arguably the most active A-level fighter in the business going against an inactive fighter from 2 weight divisions down below. I think it's a recipe for fucking disaster. I think it's a fucking recipe to say, oh, well, at least I had a go. But there's no fucking, he hasn't got a fat rat's fucking flat chance of fucking beating Canelo. No way in the world. He won't win a decision, and he won't stop Canelo.
So
So
you don't think that Charlo's got the accuracy, the skills, the stamina, the faster
definitely not the
fighter?
stamina.
You know he's
Definitely
a
not
faster fighter. You don't think he can work the angles, make Canelo miss all night, like Bivol was catching on him with combinations? You don't think all that sounds good, but that's how he is. That is a lot of things I've told you is what he does at 154. Those
but he
things are
likes to
not going
stand
to
in the
work
pocket.
at 168.
He likes to stand in the pocket and exchange. Charlo is
Right.
fucking good at that.
Yeah.
Right? That is Canelo's
But
bread
has he
and
got the
fucking
skill
butter.
set to do the things I'm telling you?
Charlo,
I believe
I
so.
don't believe
I
so.
believe
I think
so.
he's going to be a lot slower. I think Suleiman's talking shit. No way in the world can this dude jump up 2 weight classes and be fucking faster. No way in fucking God's little green earth can that dude be faster.
I
So he's going
believe
to be
so, bro.
slow.
I believe the guy, if he doesn't get tuned up by Canelo, Canelo can't be able to tune him up, right? And he could keep away from Canelo from tuning him up because the guy muscles up. He picks up some muscle, right? And could box and move, right? And frustrate Canelo enough with the speed factor. Canelo might just get so frustrated that he just might stop using his defense to slip punches and get tagged with something later on in the fight that could create a TKO or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like it's possible, bro. It's possible. You know, the guy does hit. The guy is cabron too, bro, and his losses, bro. He is game as fuck, bro. When he lost to Tony Harrison in the first fight, he's loaded. He was trying to stop that man even to the last minute. And when he lost to, well, he didn't lose to Castaño, but the first fight it was a draw. And some people say that he was getting acclimated to the Argentinian style and everything. And he was going there for the gusto. The kid got balls, bro. He got a lot of mouth too, bro. He's a little G, bro. People sleeping on. He's just being polite because he's getting a career changing payday, bro. And remember, he's following Heyman's instructions and Derek James. This is big money, bro. He's right now getting
That's all it is.
getting his first
All it
168
is
pound fight,
payday.
bro. He's getting his
Yep, and
first
he's getting
168
fucked
fight.
up.
He's
He's
right
getting
now he's
fucked up.
headlining for 168 right now, bro. He's gonna
He's
become
getting
a
fucked up.
two-time undisputed champion, bro. If he does this,
No,
bro,
he's not.
and beats Canelo, he's a two-time undisputed champ, bro. You know what that is, bro? He's in a different league, bro. He's in a different level after this win. So this guy's not coming there to lay down, bro. He's coming there to take those belts and move on to
What
bigger
happens
and
when he
better
fights
things.
Belanga? After he knocks out Canelo, what happens when he fights Belanga? Does Belanga beat him?
Listen, we don't know if he's gonna vacate the belt. All I know that if he decides to give Canelo a rematch, the WBC and the WBA is gonna be stripped. He's gonna be having only two belts and the lineal. So we know that unless he knocks out Canelo in a fashion that Canelo doesn't want a rematch, right? Like he completely washed like what Crawford did to Errol Spence. He gets completely washed. Remember, Crawford was coming from a lower division too, and he got acclimated to 147. People were like, "Oh, it was too big. It was too this. It was too that." Nothing but
Yeah, but he didn't get acclimated
excuses,
at
right?
147. It's fucking error.
And my boy Crawford stopped him, right? He dropped the guy
That
and
wasn't
stopped him. We've been
that wasn't his
always
first
saying
fight at
that
147.
Canelo could be dropped, bro. My boy Berlanga could drop Canelo, bro. My boy got Tysonistic power, Berlanga. So what makes you think that Charlo doesn't have power enough to drop a Canelo, frustrated Canelo? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
hell. God, you talk some fucking shit. You
Yeah,
cover every
you say
angle.
I'm talking, yo. You're very overconfident with Canelo, but Canelo's he bleeds blood in me. He's made of meat and bones just like me. He bleeds just like me, bro. He's a human being, bro. He could be beat. We all learned that in this fight this weekend, with Joe Joyce, the juggernaut. People saying, oh, he got bone density and all this thing. My boy Zhang went in there, same height. They gave him a huge punch, and it was all over, bro. It was all over. The guy,
I
he's
mean, he's done really well, Carl, but he hasn't convinced you one bit.
Not at all.
Okay, let me ask the chat. Has anyone been convinced in all these strategic talks and avenues and the way that Charlo can do so many different things, what Canelo can do? Has this made anybody feel that Charlo can do better than you thought he could? For the people that's going for Canelo that think Canelo's going to win anyway, does this make you feel that Charlo, you might have underestimated his power at 168 coming up? And we're thinking, he's the smaller guy. Have you underestimated his stamina? Have you underestimated that Charlo is faster?
he could
Have
do
you
a Richardson Hitchens,
underestimated
bro.
a lot of things that we've been talking about? That's the question here, ladies and gentlemen. Right? The question is, there's a lot of things that we can say, well, this is how we're supposed to go. It is supposed to look like this. And Canelo should win. Canelo should be able to overpower this guy. being the bigger guy, that at some point Canelo will catch him to the body like it did with Plant, head body, and then he'll start to land the harder shots once he feels that he's got the opening, and that Charlo will fold. Right? At some point, you're thinking no matter what happens in the 8th, 9th, 10th round, Canelo will overpower Charlo. He'll catch him with some heavy shots to the head, to the body, catch him in the opening, and then drop him and stop him. Right? That's probably how you're feeling that it should be. But don't forget, that's why we love boxing. Anything can happen. Where have we overlooked it? And if you have overlooked anything, I'd like you to tell me, what have you overlooked? In Charlo, I want you to tell me what you think you might have overlooked. Be real. Carl, what do you think you might be overlooking?
Nothing. I couldn't have overlooked nothing. No, I haven't overlooked anything. No, I'm not going with that. I'm not fucking riding with that.
You don't think you've overlooked anything? You don't think you've
Not a
overlooked the
fucking thing.
stamina?
No,
You don't think you're
no,
overlooking his power? You
no,
don't think you're overlooking any of those things, right?
He don't
definitely
have
not.
better be punching power, bro. Canelo don't have better be punching power to change a fight. When he like when Benavidez was losing with a cut and he was getting outclassed by Marcus Brown, and he came in and knocked him out with a body shot, right? Canelo doesn't have that kind of punching power, Benavidez punching power to change a fight. Okay, if this man is completely outboxing him, if this man is completely speed demon in there and is whitewashing him, in my opinion, his late in his career, Canelo won't be able to beat him. You know what I'm saying? The guy's younger than him. The guy's faster. I mean, he's gonna go back to the basics, bro. He's just gonna do the fundamentals, bro. They're gonna win rounds, bro. If Canelo's frustrated, Canelo's gonna be making mistakes. He could be take extra punishment in the later rounds. Um, he's gonna play possum. He's gonna do all that. But I believe this young man is as focused, is as intelligent. He's he's very professional in the sport. He had to become undisputed the hard way, bro. He became undisputed the hard way on 154, man. You know what I'm saying?
I,
He
I
beat
still
top
don't
dudes,
think
bro.
I still don't think you've convinced many people one bit.
I
Because
mean, we have to
in
be
this
fair, man.
fight,
We have to be fair, man. The way he
yeah,
became
You
you
know
can
what?
be
You
undisputed.
fair
know
as
what you
much as you
convinced.
want, mate. You can be
Hang
fair
on.
as
You
much
know
as you
what?
want, but Carl don't give a rat's ass.
You know what you've convinced me of, Solomon? Fucking common sense ain't that fucking common anymore.
Well, Common says,
Wow.
look at Richardson Hitchens. Well, Common says the guy that he just beat was 37-3 with 28 knockouts. This guy has wins over Jose Pedraza.
Yeah.
This
And
guy
how did
has
he go against
wins,
Richard Stroger? How
right?
did he go against Richard Stroger?
And
How did that
Richardson
fight
Hitchens
play out?
16-0 with 7 knockouts, completely whitewashed that guy, bro. He completely whitewashed, bro. Completely whitewashed that guy. And you have the nerve to come and tell me that this guy, undisputed 154 pounder, coming up with, and then he has punching power, has Derek James in his corner, has a better corner than Richardson Hitchens, has has a better pedigree, okay, has better wins over champions, is undisputed champion 154, is coming up in weight, and he's not coming up in weight to lose.
Why are you
If
talking
you
about Richard Richards? Why the fuck
yeah,
is he in the conversation?
because that's boxing, Papa. That's
What's he got
boxing.
in
That's
common? He's
boxing.
black. He's black.
That's
That's
boxing,
about the only
man.
thing he's got in common with
Yo,
fucking
and this
Jamel
is a
Charlo.
guy that's been
He's
outboxed
black.
before 2 times, bro. He was outboxed by Floyd Mayweather, right? He was completely whitewashed by Floyd Mayweather, and then he was boxed by Bivol, bro. And then you coming to me and
Yeah.
you telling me that I'm talking bullshit. You coming to me, I'm Rapstar's
Totally
panel,
bullshit.
I'm Rapstar's
Bullshit.
panel, a Rapstar's
Fake,
panel, which
fake
I'm a
news.
guest, telling me
Gorilla
you're
shit.
a boxing journalist, a boxing historian, that this can't be done. And I'm saying it can be done. It has been done before. Canelo has been beaten twice by two
You're right.
very good
The
sound
sun even
boxers, bro.
shines on the sun even shines on a dog's ass some days. But
It sounds like
I'm
yo, but you
sorry.
insult me. You don't insult me with facts. You insult me. You debate me with insults. You don't debate me
I
with
don't
facts. You coming to me telling me that I sound like a dog's ass. That you insult me. You don't even know how to be diplomatic enough and debate professional
There's
rap
no point
stars
debating.
panel.
There's no point
Yeah, because
debating.
you're telling me I sound like a dog's rectum. You just told me right now
Nobody,
that I sound like a dog's rectum, bro. And I'm telling you nothing but
no,
facts. I'm coming to you with facts. This man has been outboxed twice, and sometimes people and other people's
does
comments,
Charlo.
I've heard that
Charlo's
he's
been
been
outboxed
outboxed by
twice.
Lyra.
Charlo,
He was
Charlo's
outboxed
been
by
outboxed
Lyra.
twice.
He was also outboxed by
Charlo's been
Triple G,
outboxed twice.
right? But they gave the wins to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He was outboxed by Triple G 3 times, but people, in their opinion, say no, he lost to. I mean, on paper, he lost, and he wasn't given the benefit of doubt. Triple G, but Triple G completely outboxed this guy. You know what I'm saying? And then Lara beat him too, but they said no. They gave the win to Canelo, and then he was officially beaten by Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, complete boxer, guy had them backpedaling all over the place, right? Was pumping the jab. He couldn't deal with Floyd's um consecutive speed and burst of jabs and movement and attacking him from angles, and his maturity in the ring, his ring generalship. You know what I'm saying? He had nothing for him. Okay. Then he went up in weight very overconfidently, very nonchalant, like coming up in weight and wanted to beat Bivol. And my boy Bivol completely boxed him by doing the Jersey Joe Walker imitation. Like when he did it to Joe Lewis. He was doing a Jersey Joe Walker on him, bro. He was pumping 2 jabs and backing up, jumping out like a jackrabbit, and he won the fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even try to hurt the guy. He just was winning. He was just winning
I
rounds,
don't
bro.
even know.
And
I don't even know who you're talking about anymore.
and then you said
I
I was
can't keep
talking
up.
about you said I talk like a dog's rectum, and I'm just giving you
No,
nothing
I
but
didn't
facts.
say that.
Very
No, see,
professional. Like I have not
you don't
insulted you
listen.
because you are a fellow guest panelist at
I'm not.
Rap Star Show.
I'm
You
not
know what I'm
insulting.
saying?
I'm not insulting.
Very professional. Like
Did you even listen? Are you capable of fucking listening? Because I didn't call you a dog director, right? I
you
said
did
the
call me
sun
dog's
even
rectum,
shines
man.
on
You
it.
should apologize, man, and apologize for Rap Star's panel, bro, because you're on his show. You know what I'm saying? You said
Nah,
I sound like a.
nah, I'm not apologising. Nah, I'm not apologising. Because the way your
You said
brain
I sound
fucking
like a
hammers it,
dog's rectum,
whatever
bro.
ignites, whatever ignites those fucking cells in your fucking brain, I did not fucking say that you are a dog's rectum. You were talking about Charlo winning, and I said the sun even shines on a dog's ass some days. That's an analogy to saying that the guy has a fucking snowball chance in hell of fucking winning. That's what that analogy was. I didn't say you are a dog's rectum because that would be insulting a dog's rectum. I'm not like that. I'm not insulting a dog's rectum. I'm
Y'all
simply
being very
stating the fact.
professional, man. I can't even conceive of looking at a dog's rectum. You know what I'm saying? But you came out with something like that. But I'm coming you with boxing facts because I'm a boxing historian. I am the scholar of the professional boxing. And I'm
Is this
coming to you
chapel?
right
Is
now.
this chapel? Solomon, is this chapel? This lad in the chat. Is this your brother or a friend of yours, or
Who?
this this lad in the chat? This chapel. Hannah, is he a friend of yours?
Is he a friend of who's that? I don't understand. Who you saying in the
Yeah,
chat? Oh,
that
Chap
lad
Hal?
chat. Yeah, he's no, he's back in Charlotte. So who have you got in the fight? Who are you saying right now? Who's winning this fight? You got
Who's
Charlotte.
winning this fight? Okay, me in my opinion, I think Charlo could do it, man. I think Charlo has the
Yeah.
maturity. He's at the corner. He's on the come up, and
I
Canelo's
mean, at
on.
the moment, he's pretty 1-0, Carl. So let's see how Sullivan does on Saturday night. If that's his prediction, I'm sure we'll speak to him again, won't we?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh no, Silver takes
You
his
guys
belts
keep
like a
it.
man.
so Carl, talk to me about your boy Joyce, man. You think he should hang up the gloves and become a talk show host or something like that? Be another Sean Porter?
I do.
Come up with his own
Yeah, I do,
podcast,
mate. I
Big
think
Joe's
he's too
podcast
slow.
or something.
Yep.
I think he should become
I think
a podcast analyst or something for boxers. And he should give up the sport of professional boxing.
he's
What do you
just going
think
to get
about him?
hurt. Yeah,
What
I
do you
think
think
he's
about
just going to get
Joe? Joe should hang
I
up the
was,
gloves, man. I think he should hang out with
you know,
Sean Porter. And
when he beat Joseph Parker, I thought, fuck, man, I had the guy as a top five heavyweight. But then when Big Bang fucking fought him in that first fight and made him look pretty average and was hitting him straight down the pipe, like Joe just has no head movement. He does not move that head off the center line. pretty much like Zapata did. Zapata was just there to be hit, much like fucking Joe Joyce, man. And he didn't even see that right hand coming, and that's the scary thing in boxing, bro. When you don't see them punches coming that sleep you, they're the ones that give you the CTE, mate. They're the ones that give you the fucking brain damage. So I don't want to see anyone suffer from it, mate. So I think he should. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll hang it up. I think he'll still think he's got plenty to give, but I don't
But
know,
if
man.
he did hang up the gloves now, if he hanged up the gloves now, I mean, he has a pretty good he had a pretty good career as a professional, man. I mean,
Yeah,
for a guy that had all that scar tissue around the eyes, and they fast tracked him, I think if he hung up the
yeah,
gloves now, he was a gentleman. If
yeah,
Joe Joyce became a gentleman and had decided to hang up the gloves after a loss like that, I mean, I think he could walk with his chest out. He had a great professional career. He had a great
yeah,
amateur career, and he could move on to something else in the sport, man. He's a gentleman there, man. I don't want to see him become a tuner. I don't want to see him become a journeyman, man. I think he should go out
nah,
on top, man.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
Go out on
But he's,
top, be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still a highly respected heavyweight, bro. Highly
but hey,
respected. You know what I'm
come
saying?
on. Did you hear what he said today? What he came out and said after the fight, man? He said he's not giving up. He's going to keep boxing. It's just a loss, and I think it's dangerous, mate, when you get knocked out in that type of
Even
fashion.
Frank Warren is telling him to hang up the gloves. So if your own promoter is telling you to hang up the gloves, I think that's the best thing to do. If your own promoter is
Yeah,
telling you to hang up the gloves,
yeah, yeah. I think it's the only thing left for him, mate.
he has too much scar tissue on those eyes, man. He has scar tissue on the left eye and the right eye, and that comes from the
Who do you want to
amateur,
see? Yeah,
huh?
he, he cuts. He cuts a lot. He cuts easy. Who do you want to see Big Bang fight next?
Oh, Big Bang. I think Big Bang. He's not. Well, he's the man that allegedly he's the number one ranked contender for the WBO, but he hasn't been granted that fight because I heard the WBO, the sanctioning body, has to grant it. So he's the number one ranked fighter at the WBO. He's an interim, but in my opinion, bro, what he should do is cash in on that belt, like fight other people, man. Fight other people like Joseph Parker, the ex champ. Fight him. Try to see if you could get Andy Ruiz Jr. These are the guys that he could knock out. You know what I'm saying? Uh, these fights will build his brand, make him a better fighter, make his brand more popular, and then maybe he could get a fight with with a Joyce, excuse me, with a Joshua, with a Deontay. But I think he should keep away from Usyk. Usyk's boxing ability is too great.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he wants Fury or Usyk. That's what the Big Bang's talking about. I think he's earned him. I definitely think he's earned it now. Not once, but twice. And just how we stopped him in that fashion in the third round, man. Fuck. Oh, he's insane. He's got some power, got some serious pop.
You guys are going silent on me, yeah?
I don't know where the fuck Solomon's gone. I asked him a
Well, I
question.
don't know, mate. Well, I'm just finishing off a bit of grub, mate. So I don't know what you guys are doing, but who's in the chat? Let me have a look. All right, we got over 30 people over here. Smash the fucking like button. We're still talking about boxing. It's fight week. It's Canelo Alvarez, Jamal Charlo. Yeah, so the big fight's here. And I think, you know what, we're more excited as the fight's getting closer now because no matter what, we still want to see the fight unfold now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Canelo's a big favorite. But is there going to be a knockdown? Is there going to be a knockout? Is there going to be by stoppage? Is it going to be that Canelo ain't looking like that powers that much more different than what Charlo's bringing out, coming up in weight? Because all these things on the fight night is going to lead to what? oh, well, Canelo can do this with Benavidez or Canelo can't do this with Benavidez. If the fight is so close, you know, the Crawford fans will say, well, we want Crawford next. If the fight is close with Charlo, very close, and Canelo just about wins, they're going to say, well, yeah, you know how it is. They're going to say, nah, mate, Crawford can do it. Crawford's got more skills. Crawford's the man. You know what I mean? So it all depends how Canelo performs and what's the energy. After that, it all depends after that Saturday night.
See, but
How
see
Canelo
what
performs.
bugs me out, Rapstar, they actually the boxing analysts and journalists and people, historians, the hardcore, they say, oh, Crawford has enough speed and enough ring accolades to box and sidestep Canelo and be competitive with Canelo, right? Right? Because he's a 147 undisputed. But now the 154 undisputed is fighting Canelo. He has the same accolades, the same skill asset, and people say no, he's gonna get bent, he's gonna get knocked out. I believe that Canelo's gonna have a very hard time with this gentleman, Jermel Charlo, and to me this fight is like a 50-50 fight right now. You know what I'm saying?
So now
Because the
you made
same
it
way,
50-50.
yeah, I believe my man could beat him, bro. It depends if Canelo could deal with his
Okay,
speed,
guys,
bro.
while I'm having my grub, mate, this guy has called the fight a 50-50. Suleiman first said, I mean, I've only met him, and you know what? He got his own energy. I'm not going to downplay nobody. Everybody got their own opinions. Suleiman said that Hitchison was going to lose to Zepeda. That never came true. But now he's saying that this is a 50-50 fight. So you have officially made this a 50-50. So on Saturday, we want you to come back. Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. But I think Charlo could, if Charlo could do a Hitchison on him, bro, he could get that win, bro. It's not gonna be a exciting fight because these people want to see bangs. They want to see guys banging. And Canelo's gonna be crying too. He's gonna be frustrated. He say, "Oh, ese tipo está corriendo. That guy's running on me." But that runner and that hugger, run and hug, he might get that win. Remember, this is a PBC promoted fight. It's PBC. He's fighting in Charlo's home, bro. He's fighting in Charlo's homeland, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is Charlo's turf. You know what I'm saying? He's the house fighter. It's Charlo. It's not Canelo. So don't be surprised, man, when you see everything unravel and Canelo comes home with another L on his resume. So it's gonna be his third L. You know what I'm saying? And what is Canelo gonna do after that? Hang up the gloves too? What do you think? Okay, what's your opinion? And for you and for the chat and your channel and for Carl, what you think Canelo should do if he gets an L from Charlo? Should he hang up the gloves? Should he retire? Because that's the third L on his resume.
They'll rematch
Ex-
him. They'll rematch him. They'll rematch him
Oh, you
straight
want a
away.
rematch, right? You don't want him to retire, but he might become a journeyman, bro. Canelo might
Look at
just be
Canelo.
crash and burn.
So
Canelo
Canelo's
might
going to be.
become another Chavez, bro. Another Chavez senior. You know what I'm saying? I think that,
Yeah.
if he loses to Charlo, bro, I think he should retire, bro. I think he should hang up the gloves. He had a great career too, bro. Go out on top, you know what I'm saying? And just hang up the glove. I mean, let other guys eat like Benavidez, bro. Let other guys eat like Benavidez, man. I mean, it's time for you to hang up the gloves. If you lose to Charlo and Charlo's on his A game and whitewash you all 12 rounds, like he's tagging you with rights, lefts, and he's moving looking like a Richards and Hitchens, you know what I'm saying? And you might come in and try to hug Charlo and Charlo just hit you with elbow and bust your head open, then, yo, I think I would like to see Canelo say, yo me voy a dejar de este deporte, you know what I'm saying? Olvídate de estos payday. I'm not the cabron no more. You know what I'm saying? The cabron is Charlo and just hang up the gloves, man. Then we hang out with Rapstar over here in the show, man. Hey, usted quiere un payday. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody gotta hang up the gloves once in a while, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's had a long career too, bro. I don't want to see him become a journeyman, bro. Because I
Your
remember
body.
when
I
Danny
can't
Garcia.
stop. I can't. I want to eat my breakfast, but this is funny too. But anyway, you
I
guys
remember,
keep it moving, mate.
I remember when Danny Garcia got his first
Oh,
L.
it's
I
amazing.
think Danny Swift Garcia got his first L with Keith
He
Thurman.
believes it as
I
well.
remember the expression his father Angel Garcia said, "I don't want my son to become a tune-up. I don't want my son to become a journey." He wanted his son to retire that day, bro. You remember that day? I don't know if you guys ever see Danny Garcia when he lost to Keith Thurman the first
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
by split decision.
yeah.
He didn't want his son to fight no more, bro. That man was
Yep.
tight because his son lost his O. You know what I'm saying? So if Canelo loses this fight, I don't want to see Canelo get like 5, 6, 7 losses. I want to see Canelo hang up the gloves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I remember that day when Angel Garcia's face, you have to see his face. He was mad. He was like, "Yo, I don't want my son to become a tune-up or a journeyman, bro. He wanted him to retire, bro.
Now we're using the fucking Canelo and Danny Garcia analogy.
Yo, he gotta retire, bro. If he loses to Charlo, bro, he used to Charlo, he gotta hang up
Solomon,
his gloves.
Solomon, you're a crazy cunt.
Because Benavidez gonna tune him up. You know Benavidez gonna try to get dips on that boy. Benavidez gonna
You
try
have
to
some
get
of the
dips on Canelo.
you have some of the craziest fucking takes on boxing I've ever heard
Yo,
in my
yo,
life.
that not no crazy shit. Yo, you telling me right now if Canelo lose 2 times, bro, gets completely washed by Charlo twice, right? Like Errol Spence, is gonna get washed by Crawford. You think Jaron Ennis don't want a piece of that ass, bro? You know Jaron Ennis wanna knock Errol Spence out, bro. I would love to see Errol Spence get toe tagged by Jaron. And the same thing with Benavidez. I want to see Benavidez toe tag the shit out of Canelo because yo, you know how much hate they got for Canelo, bro? The Benavidez crew, because yo, he got my boy into him for like a minute already, bro. He been ducking him for a minute. So you know he want to get pieces of ass, bro. I don't
Yeah,
want to
but he's
hear that.
fighting Boober now. He's
Yo,
fighting Boober.
he been ducking Benavidez for a minute, bro. He been look, he fought Ryder. He could have fought Benavidez. Benavidez was a mandatory for the WBC. He decided to fight the WBO, WBA mandatory. He could have fought Benavidez then. He could have fought Benavidez now. It should have been Benavidez instead of Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He PBC. Benavidez is PBC, yo. Ain't WBC interim, bro. He interim champ. He could have fought Benavidez. He said, "Nah, I'm off. I'm looking for a good payday with the undisputed 154." So now I laugh that shit on Rival in his face, bro. I laughed that shit on Rival's face. My boy Charlo whitewashed that ass. Make him look like a combo in there. Make him look like a viejito in there. And then, oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. And then he does it again. He looked like a Camboso when Haney beat him twice. Then they throw him in there with Benavidez, and Benavidez toe tagged the ass with his volume punching, bro. Because Benavidez is a volume puncher, bro. Benavidez be throwing punches for hours, bro. He don't get tired. He just keeps throwing those shits. Like, yeah, that's what I like about Benavidez, bro. Benavidez is a big time volume puncher, bro. He's an exciting dude, bro. You telling me that fight didn't have you jumping in the house when you was watching him against Caleb Plant? That shit was exciting, bro.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
I'm telling you, that dude
He
is
could
an
have stopped.
exciting
He could
fighter.
have stopped.
Benavidez got fans, bro. Benavidez got fans. People go crazy for Benavidez. You ever see Mirage how excited he gets for Benavidez, bro? He gets
Oh,
excited, bro.
he loves
That
Benavidez.
dude, that's his favorite fighter, bro. I'm shocked he's not on the show right now. He's
Who's
not.
your
He won't.
favourite fighter? Who's your favourite right now?
My favorite fighter is Bernanga.
Oh,
Bernanga. Then comes
Belanga.
Benavidez.
What the
And
fuck
then
is he
Richardson
doing? Who's
Hitchens,
he
kid,
fighting?
bro. I've been studying him all after he beat Zapata. Yo, I've been reading about Richardson Hitchens for hours, but I found out he was an Olympic team. He lost in the Olympics to Antoine Russell, bro. He lost to Antoine Russell because Russell was represent the U.S. So he didn't make the Olympics. So he went. He got Haiti to represent them, and they fought in the Olympics, and Russell beat him on points, bro. It was 0-3. Russell whitewashed him. So this kid got picked up by Mayweather, Richard Hitchens, and he got his skill assets, but I guess he went to Matchroom. And that kid, I heard he's a millionaire already. He's not even a champion yet. Richard Hitch is already a
Yeah,
millionaire, bro.
Eddie loves paying people a lot of
Berlanga
money.
too. Berlanga's a millionaire. He's not even a champion yet.
You
Berlanga's a
think
millionaire. They're both matchroom fighters, bro.
what's
And those two
Malanga's
guys are
road?
millionaires. Huh?
What's Malang? What do you think Malanga's road to a belt is? Who's he got to beat to get a belt?
Yo, Berlanga get vacant WBO. He's up there, bro. But the thing is, Pacheco's up there too. I think those two guys are gonna have to fight, bro. Pacheco and Berlanga gonna have to fight, and Monguilla and all those guys. There's gonna have to be like a fight there, man. Those guys are gonna have to go at it. They're too highly ranked in the WBO. Pacheco, Monguilla, all those dudes, bro. Monguilla's just sitting there wasting away, bro. He's like a woman wasting away, bro. Monguilla is wasting away, bro. I don't know what the hell he's waiting for, bro.
Yeah, who
And the
knows?
guy that's food is Bivol, bro. Like right now, if I'm waiting for Canelo, I'll go for that food up there at 175 and it's Bivol, bro.
What do you think about the fight? What do you think about Lubin versus Ramos
For
on the
April Ramos,
undercard?
like that,
Hmm.
that,
Jesus
Ra- that,
Ramos.
that Ramos dude, I
One
don't know,
fifty
man.
four.
He the one that's gonna
Harrison
fight
Lubin.
Erickson Lubin? Yo, I don't know. Lubin
Yeah.
looked good in that last fight. He knocked out Luis Arias, bro. And he is a scary dude. He's heavily muscle bound, bro. I don't know how the fuck he makes that 154, bro. I don't know how he makes that 154, bro. He's heavily muscle. I heard he fought him at 160, but he brought down back to him. He's heavily muscle, bro. To tell the truth, bro, I give respect to Charlo, bro. He knocked that dude in one round, bro. He knocked that dude in one round, bro. That dude is talented, bro. He's game as hell. You saw how dangerous he looks when he's in
Mm.
when he was fighting that big tall dude, that big tall guy, and he was getting busted up, and he still was fighting, bro. He managed to drop the dude and everything, bro. And they
I
stopped
don't
the
think
fight.
Ramos is 22 years old. He's no slouch, bro. He beat Brian Mendoza.
Yo, and he beat Banana too. He beat Banana too. When he was WBC silver champion, he beat Banana, bro. He beat
Yeah,
Banana,
he's no
bro.
slouch.
Yo, Erickson Lubin is lethal, bro. He's the type of dude. If I was fighting and I was ranked in that division and they offered me that fight, if I could duck that fight, I'll duck him, bro. I wouldn't want to be in the ring. The guy's too intimidating, bro. He's intimidating. He's lethal. He could box from a southpaw stand. He could hurt you with any hand. He's like a Marvin Hagler, bro. Like Marvin Hagler could hurt you with either hand, bro. The guy's not afraid to fight you, bro. He's coming there to win. That's a dude right there, and he makes you work, bro. He makes you work. Win or lose, he makes you work. I wouldn't want to fight a guy like that. So I got a feeling, bro, Erickson Lube is winning that fight, man. I don't think
Yeah.
Ramos is too soft, bro. He a softy right there. He a softy. He ain't got the skill to beat a guy like Lubin, bro. I haven't
Oh, I
seen
don't know.
nothing special. Huh?
I'm backing Ramos in this one.
Yeah, I don't know what makes you think back in Ramos, bro. Based on what? Look at the even the losses, bro. Lubin got two losses on his resume, and those losses, bro, they were life and death fights, bro. I mean, he got caught flush by that huge shot by Gamal, but he recovered. He been on a winning streak. Then when he fought that big giant, that Fondora dude, that was a bomb burner, bro.
Yep.
That was a bomb burner. And then he just knocked out. He's coming freshly off knocking out Luis Arias, bro. And Luis Arias is no easy pickings, bro.
Yep. Hey, I gotta get going. Thanks for having
Oh,
me,
you
Rap.
want to get
I
going?
gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
man,
gotta
because
go and have some dinner.
this panel is providing some good contact, boxing contact right here. Also, another fight that came this weekend, bro. But this guy's having his breakfast. We're going to talk about Connor the Destroyer Benn. I'm hearing a lot of negative stuff from Connor Benn. They're saying that Connor Benn moved up in weight, didn't show none of his power. He was just fighting a very durable 6'1" kid, Ocampo, Orozco. Orozco is very durable. Had a lot of fights on him. Was very young, very durable. Came in to win. Was aggressive. So Conor Ben, being a small dude, was loading up on shots. Was trying to hurt the dude. Kept them all. Was boxing. He needed the rounds anyway because he was fighting with some ring rust after they slandered him and said that he was popping dirty on drugs, on PEDs. which I believe that was a lie. That was a make believe story because he was about to knock out Chris Eubank, and people was jealous because he defended the WBA Continental Championship 8 times. 8 times, man. 8 times he defended that belt. He was highly ranked for the WBA. He was highly loved and still is from his adoring fans that like Conor Benn. They know that he might even achieve higher status than his dad. So he's another Tim Tszyu in the making. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu might surpass his father's accolade in a professional boxing. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Conor the Destroyer Benn might be able to surpass his dad if he gets a world championship. You know what I'm saying? And this is where all the hate's coming from. You know what I'm saying? This fight's gonna happen. Chris Eubank and him. Chris Eubank Jr. and him are gonna have to get into a fight soon. You know what I'm saying? It's historical. It's something genetic. It's something that we all want to see. Chris Eubank Jr. against this man, Connor, the Dark Destroyer Benn. You know what I'm saying? That fight's gonna happen in the future. So all Ben gotta do is hold his head, continue to win, continue to get fights right there. I heard he's mentioning another Mexican fighter. But I think he should fight somebody else, man, at 154, or if he goes down back to 147, fight a guy like Thomas Delorme, fight guys like Adrian Granado in a rematch, fight somebody like that give you a little more exposure. You know what I'm saying? Like Argenis Mendez or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Give you a little exposure, like a Gamal James, like somebody that you could knock out and people could talk about you after you knock them out. You know what I'm saying? You know, try to see if you could pick up that IBO belt, which is still vacant at 147. Danny Yellosinov vacated that belt, and that belt's still been vacant. That 147-pound IBO belt that Javon Ennis fought against Chris Van Heerden back in the day, the guy that you knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So that belt was there waiting for you right there. Real proper, like at 147. You know what I'm saying? Pick up that belt and start calling people out with that belt, man. You know what I'm saying? With the IBO belt, say, yo, Terrence, let's make this money. You know what I'm saying? Go to Stanionis, let's make this money. You know what I'm saying? Stanionis is not doing nothing, making videos from long range from his country on Boxing Voice, talking about that he looking for future opponents. All of them is calling out Keith Thurman. But if Conor Benn picks up the IBO belt and he's a current IBO champion, Conor Benn should be granted those fights right there. Should be granted a fight with Stanionis. Stanionis is not doing nothing. He's looking for step aside money from Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we talking about. He could call out Javon Ennis, the IBF interim champ. That man should was very poorly marketed, poorly managed. Right now, he's still walking around with an interim belt and should be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? So if I was Conor Benn and I pick up a belt, and the IBO belt that's vacant, I'll be calling guys like Javon Ennis boots. And I said, Javon, you're interim champ. I got this IBO belt. Let's make this money. Let's move on to bigger and better things. I want to look more marketable. I want to be commercially successful at 147. And I want to call out this dude, Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, you beat Errol Spence. You're going to beat him again for the second time. But there's other contenders at 147 that want to get first dips on those belts. You know what I'm saying? That you got around your waist. We want the belts. It's nothing personal. It's
All right,
about
now
the belt.
I'm back now, Solomon. Thanks for keeping the show going, mate. All right, even if people agree to disagree with you, at least
You
you keep
sound
it
not
moving.
dancing. You see how I talk, man? I
Now
sound like
watch
a
this
Howard
though.
Cole self.
Yeah, now
They say
watch
that,
this
when
though.
you told me, you
Howard
told me I sound
Cosell.
like
Howard
Howard Cole
Cosell.
self
Watch
Jr.
this. Oh, but let me say this now, right? I've been I've been letting you talk for about hours. Um,
He said I sound like Howard Cole self, right?
yeah, Howard Cosell in the
You
house,
must be
mate.
real good that you got a panelist like me and your guest panelists in your show.
All right, now yeah, man, now chill. Let me say this: this guy that Conor Benn was putting hands on, yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
guy was fucking durable. The punches that Ben was landing on this guy, they were
I
fucking
agree,
heavy
man. The guy came,
blows.
he was very game. That's what you call game. He was very game, very durable. I mean, he still was at a
And that
level below
Mexican
Conor
was
Benn.
on some snack. He was on that Crawford snack, bro.
Nah, he's just a
He was
big
on
dude
that
that boils
Victor
down.
Conte shit, bro. That
Nah, he's just
Mexican was strong. How the
yo.
fuck
He
you
was
took
like a
punches
light
like that,
heavy.
bro? Did you see
He's
the
like a light
punches
heavy
that
that
Conor
boils
Ben was
down.
landing on him, bro?
Yeah, he sure was. Because in my opinion, what these Mexicans are doing, right? They're light heavyweights, but they boil down and make these weights at lower ranges so they could pick up a title. Because they're just a mediocre light heavyweight. But now when you take this mediocre light heavyweight and you boil him down to 154, now he's an effective instrument of destruction at 154 because he got the durability of a light heavyweight, but he got an advantage because like you see, Conor Benn is a smaller man, but Conor Benn is very gifted. So Conor Benn was able to hold down this big bloated be boiled down light heavyweight and toe tag him, tag him up in a way that he could get the win.
I don't know,
But
man. This guy was strong.
yeah, because you're boiled down light heavyweight, 6'1", 25
He was,
years
yeah, he
old.
was big. He was tall as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Big.
That they thought that he was gonna crumble. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give him an easy tune-up, bro. An easy come up type thing. They matched him hard, bro. Eddie Hearn is matching his men hard, bro. That's what I like about Eddie. Eddie matches his fighters hard. He puts you through the
Abel says
gauntlet.
that Mexican got a chin. Conor Ben needs to stay active. And don't forget, this is not Conor Ben's weight. But Conor Ben was still landing some big shots. I thought the guy was going, people. When I saw Conor Ben catch him on the inside with the right hand, I said, this guy's still standing. Bro, Conor Ben landed some big shots on this guy, bro.
Yeah, Conor Ben got a big fan appeal, bro. I think that's one of the biggest reasons they allow him to fight, and he got a lot of fans, bro. That guy defended that WBA Continental Championship like a world championship for 8 times, bro. And look at the kind of people he fought when he was champion for the Continental belt for the WBA. He beat guys like Chris Fairden, bro. He knocked out dudes like Chris Algieri. He knocked out dudes like Samuel Vargas. He got a points win over Adrian Granados, bro. This dude was toe tagging people, beating people like he was a world champ. He was repping that belt to the fullest. He was making his father proud all over the place. Him and his little brother, Harley Benn. He got a little stepbrother called Harley Benn who picked up he got 2 losses on his resume. Just got knocked out by Armroad, but he's on the comeback. Harley Benn. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the Benn brothers. These two guys is repping the UK real
Man,
proper like winning.
Harley Ben ain't got shit. He's shit, bro. He is nothing compared to Conor Ben. Conor Ben's on a whole different level. Harley Ben's not even on the domestic level, but that's another story. But um, but Conor Ben definitely showed after 18 months, right?
He's still
18
he's
months
still a
he was
man.
out. Can I talk, please?
Yes.
You've been talking for hours, man. I don't cut you off. You keep cutting the host off. You know what I mean? Now look, for me, Conor Ben been inactive for a long time. So overall, he got a lot of rounds in. He looked good, looked sharp. He landed some serious blows, took some punches too. But overall, this guy was very strong. Reminded me of Margarito. This guy was very strong. He reminded me of, the Mexicans are fucking tough as nails. Bro, any other fighter, mate, I reckon he would have been gone. He didn't. This guy wanted. He was trying to the end, even, bro. He was trying, but it's just mad the punches that I saw him taking. I was thinking to myself, "Fuck, this geezer's on it. How's he taking those punches?" But it's not Conor Ben's weight class. So going up at 154, Conor Ben probably don't have the same snap. If that was any 147 pounder, then bro, they're gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they asked him that too. He was saying that being that he went to 154, he didn't have the same snap on his punches. And that's why he's deciding with him his team to boil back down to 147. And he was mentioning opponents, future opponents. So what he wants to do is get acclimated back to his weight, get all this ring rust out of the way. But he's gonna be a 147 pounder. But he's also showing people that, hey, if I gotta make this fight with Chris Eubank at 154, Chris Eubank Jr., let's do this. That's what he's showing people. He's still lethal. He's still effective enough to get a win on 154. But he's right now he's still young enough to make 147, and he's gonna make his continuous career 147. But I think right now, the fight that's gonna happen, he's gonna have to pick up the IBO that's vacant, right, and take that IBO and use it as a tool to get Jaron Ennis in there, because Jaron Ennis fought for that belt before when it's vacant against Chris Van Heeren. Get these two guys to fight, because that guy's been poorly marketed, bro. That guy should have been a world champion a long time ago, man. Jaron Ennis. He's been poorly marketed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would have been pulling out my hair already, bro, if I'm not making money. Guys like Richards and Hitchens is already a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Richard Hitchens is already a millionaire. This guy right now, I don't even think he made his first mill yet. Jaron Ennis. But I'm pretty sure Conor Benn has more money than Jaron Ennis right now.
Oh, way more. Conor Benn earns way more. Way more.
Conor Benn probably made more money with that WBA Continental belt than half of those dudes, bro.
More than most people.
Another future opponent.
But my question is this: did that performance, and I want to ask the chat before I get the fuck out of here in a bit, did that performance give you guys a feeling that he's ready for the Chris Eubanks that came looking sharp, looking strong, with Bomac? He was looking good, man. Can Conor Benn fuck with Chris Eubanks at 160? After that warm-up performance for him to get the fight with Chris Eubanks. Yes or no?
I believe so, bro. I think he is. He's the goods. I think he's ready for him, and he could defeat 160. Him. No, at 154.
It's not going to be at 154. Chris Eubank said it's going to be at 160. He fights at 160.
He's not ready for 160, but he's ready to 154. Remember, he 147 pounds.
154, Conor Benn can hang. I reckon he can hang with most people. Okay.
Well, he ain't gonna be no 160, bro. He's too small for that. Because he's built like a house, bro. He was built like a house, very muscle bound, and still he was weighing 154. And as you see, it affected his punching power. He's not bringing that huge punching power at 140, 154. So I don't think he even said him and his team are gonna go back down to 147. There's other fights, man. Maybe the Chris Eubank fight is not ready right now. It's not ready right now. It's not. But he still make a lot of money, bro. If he fights at 147, bro. You still got Jaron Ennis down there. You got Stanionis. You got Keith Thurman. I think he could lure. I would like to see him against Gervonta Tank Davis. Now that's a good fight at 147. Gervonta Davis and him. Gervonta coming up to 147. Gervonta's offering a fight right now to Keith Thurman. I think the fight that should be made, forget about Keith Thurman. It should be Conor Benn against Gervonta Davis. Now that's a fight. Now that's a big fight. You know what I'm saying? They could even make that there in the O2 Arena. Now that's a humongous fight over there. Conor Benn against Gervonta Davis. Oh my goodness. Now that's a bomb burn for the vacant IBO belt, which is still vacant. Then coming up, 147. No catch weight. Now that's a fight. What do you think? 147 for the vacant IBO belt. You know what I'm saying? And he's a star. Gervonta Davis is a star. He brings all that money up there. They could do a co-promoted event. Who's Gervonta Davis promoter? Who's Gervonta Davis promoter? It's not PBC, right? Hello? Is Gervonta Davis promoted by PBC? No, right?
Oh, him is working with him.
Okay, so there's PBC and this guy's Matchroom. So they could do a co-promotion and do that fight. My goodness, that fight will make a lot of money, bro. Gervonta Davis and Conor Benn, because Conor Benn has an O.
Oh, you know what they were saying? Oscar De La Hoya was saying that he wants Chris Eubanks to fight Jaime Munguia. That's the fight that Oscar De La Hoya wants for. Now they're not looking at Berlanga. They were looking at Chris Eubanks.
Well, Chris Eubank, that means Munguia's gonna have to do 160 because 160
Yeah,
for
so that's what
Eubank.
Oscar De La Hoya said. We're looking to see if we can make a fight with Chris Eubanks.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. But the whole thing is Munguia's gonna get his first L to Eubank. That's what I'm saying. I don't see what Munguia could do besides his size that could hurt hurt Chris Eubank. But remember, Chris Eubank was a 168 pounder. It was knocking on dudes like Avni Yildirim. He put this guy. He retired that kid. What's that kid that he
James DeGale.
comatose him? Huh?
James DeGale.
No, James DeGale and Nick Blackwell, bro. He comatose Nick Blackwell, bro. That Eubank is no joke, bro. Don't sleep on Eubank. Eubank will hurt you, bro. Eubank will hurt you, bro. Eubank is lethal, bro. Eubank is lethal, bro. Eubank,
But you
you
don't
see,
think much of when it comes to Jaime Munguia and Berlanga. You don't think much of Jaime Munguia compared to some of these
he gets
guys.
hit too much, bro. Look at the last fight. Look at his last fight, bro. If that guy had a little any more punching power or was a little more aggressive, he would have stopped him, bro. The guy gets hit too much, bro. Yeah, something is wrong there. Why is he not fighting for a world championship? 160 had a whole bunch of vacant belts, and he didn't fight for none of them. Something is up with that Munguia kid. That kid gets hit too much, way too much. He looks like something's wrong with him. Like he doesn't talk that much either. It's most of the guy that does the talking is De La Hoya.
Because he don't speak English.
Something's wrong with that kid, bro. He hasn't picked up a belt. You know what I'm saying? Even an IBO belt. Something's wrong there, man. So what I'm saying is that kid, they're probably gonna cash him out. If they put Chris Eubank in him, Chris Eubank probably beat him on points or stop him because the kid gets hit a lot, bro. He gets hit more than anybody than anybody I see. But the guy that's not getting no fights is LeVon Richards. I don't know why nobody's fighting him. The ex-IBO champion. You from the UK? What's up with LeVon Richards? How come nobody wants to fight him? Rap star? The ex-IBO champion, LeVon Richards. How come nobody wants to fight that guy? But I think Conor Benn should go down to 147, pick up the IBO belt vacant, treat it with the same respect that he gave to the WBA Continental, being that it's a world championship, and the way he fights, and like Chris Eubank did with the IBO at 168, he could make a lot of moves with that belt, fight a lot of contenders that are available at 147, uh, build up his brand much more, which as he already built it up when he was WBA Continental Champ. Continue to build his brand. Wait for opportunities to fight ex-champions and contest for a world championship. If this guy decides to vacate those belts, Terence Crawford, I'm pretty sure he'll be fighting for a vacant belt. I'm pretty sure he'll be fighting for a vacant belt real soon. I see you got that picture of Chris Eubank right there, looking all fit.
Hey, listen, I'm back. I want to know, why is it that all of us boxing fans, yeah, don't realize there's a serious problem going on behind the scenes that even Suleiman forgot about? And that is Bomac. You know, Bomac's still being locked up. You guys don't understand that England is not fucking around. They're not releasing him yet. They're going to take him all the way down. Bomac is in serious charges, people.
Well, he got
Bringing
caught with
guns
a
into the
gun, bro.
country, loaded gun into the airport.
Yeah, but
The
the guy's not that
intelligence,
smart,
the
bro.
armed police came from Manchester. They escorted him back. Bomac is eating Cheetos in prison. Talk about Bomac, man. I mean, do you know the law in England? You know, it's 5 years
Yeah,
just for a gun. It's
yeah,
5 years just for a gun. And having a gun loaded, going into the plane, they're going to do a mental assessment on Bomac, a psychological assessment, a physical assessment. It probably passed the physical. But what I'm saying is, this is a very serious case.
yeah, but Bomac don't have nobody to blame but himself because yo, dude, he's making money. He's a millionaire, bro. And all he had to do is get an armed guard to protect him while he's there. If he's so scared, if he's so security conscious and so scared,
It's so
um,
true what you said. If he was
he had to
anywhere
get an armed
conscious
guard.
of scared, then why not get armed security or security in England? Pay for it.
I mean, liability is your worst enemy, bro. Like, for example, in New York State, bro, gun permits are very expensive, right? And you got guys that are millionaires, right? And billionaires. And they could easily get a gun permit. With the connections they got, the connects, they decide not to carry a gun. Why? And even if they have the gun, they armed guards. They're surrounded with armed guards. Like Eric Adams, the mayor. This guy's an ex-cop, bro. This guy could carry a gun anytime he wants. He is surrounded with security. Okay, the governor of the state, she's surrounded with cops. They get armed security, right? Trump, he's just surrounded with cops. So Bomac he's probably he has to be worth more than 5 mil, 5 to 10 mil, easy. Okay, he got a stable fight. That guy's got to be worth more than 5 to 10 mil. Why don't you have an armed guard, bro? Why don't you have a gun? That's a tax write that you put that on your loan form. You know what I'm saying? If you're going over there, get yourself an armed guard with you. Get yourself a bouncer or something. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself one of these ex-fighters, like a Danny Williams or something, to escort you around. Pay him a couple of dollars, man. You got to spend some money. You know yourself that liability is your worst enemy, right? How the hell are you going to go in a Learjet with a loaded gun and then try to bring the gun back in the airport? You know you're going to get caught. You know that comes in rights. You're not a royal family member. You're not security for royal family. You're not a security for United Nation person. You're a trainer, a professional boxing trainer. So you have to conduct yourself in a professional manner. So I guess he made a mistake, and now he's gonna pay dividends for it. You know what I'm saying? This is a learning experience for people, man. This is a learning experience for people. When you stop making money, you gotta think smart. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think smart. You know what I'm saying? Not only and you craft of boxing when you're in the ring, but you have to take it when you're a trainer. You got to bring it too because we saw that yesterday. Once again, I say it again. Richard Hitchens knows his craft, bro. He didn't take no chances, bro. He's got his feet wet on his first main event. Did not take no chances, bro. He impressed the daylights out of me yesterday because he boxed. He didn't take a risk. Chon Cepeda is a lethal dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't take no risk with Chon. He outboxed him. There was a big speed factor there. And he didn't take no risk. So applying that to what this gentleman here with Bomac took a risk and he had to pay for it. Give me 1 second, gentlemen.
Anyway, the main thing is, yeah, Bomac still dealing with this case. So let's hope they free Bomac. I don't know how that's going to be, how it's going to unfold. But yeah, Bomac still locked up, bro. You know what I mean? Let me see who's in the chat, man. But yeah, man, wonder what's going to happen to Bomac, people. You know what I mean? Hope he gets out of it, man. You know? Suleiman, speak up a little bit, says pound for pound. I don't even listen. I talked to Phantom. No Mexicans are getting put out off the panel. What do you say? The other one is going on a mad one in the chat. Cause he being Omaha, you are your security. Cause he being in Omaha, you are your security. They tried to take over the panel. What's going on there, bruv? Now look, Bomac, man, don't know what's happening to the geezer, man. It's been a while now. He's been locked up for a bit now. Fucking hell, man. I wonder how his case is going to come unfold. You know, maybe they're going to try and make him do the time in America. Maybe he do a little time in England, and then the rest of the bird he'll do in America, where he's from. You know what I mean? They might deport him, and they'll never let him come back for a long time. They're going to ban him. They're going to bar him, mate. He ain't coming back to the soil of United Kingdom, mate. Trust me. They're going to say, we don't give a fuck about your excuses. What you did, how you forgot. You bring a loaded gun into the airport of Manchester. And after September 11th, no matter what the fuck's going on in the world, you bring a loaded gun in the plane, in your hand luggage. That's fucking crazy, bro. They're going to have to, they're going to
He should
They're
he
gonna
should
put
know
it on
the
him.
he should have known the laws of the area, bro. I don't understand. Bomac, I mean, he used to be a prize fighter. You got a great stable, and you know you gotta be on your A game. You know liability is your worst enemy. Okay, fine. You carry a gun and you got away with it in airport. Okay, you figure out that you can't bring the gun back, right? So you take the gun and you ship it back. You go to an FFL, a local FFL from England, and you ship it back. You ship it back and you go to the airport without it. You know what I'm saying? He could have had proper counsel. This, I think this guy just doesn't like to spend money, man. And unfortunately, when you up in that game, you gotta spend money, man. You gotta hire secretaries, you gotta hire lawyers, you gotta have hire bodyguards. That's what I like about Floyd. Floyd don't take no chances. So Floyd is surrounded with security, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with guys like for example, like AJ. AJ is very professional, bro. AJ got bodyguards with him. AJ is he got endorsements. This guy could get a lot of endorsements too, bro. You know, um, you gotta be focused, bro. As a trainer and as a boxer, you gotta be focused, bro, because you're a millionaire, bro. He's gotta be worth at least 5 to 10 mil, easy. You know what I'm saying? So now he's in jail now, and he's gonna have to pay a lot of legal fees. And now what is Corbett gonna do now that his trainer's in jail? That's gonna affect his stable. You know what I'm saying?
And what's going to happen with Joe Joyce now, bro, after that knockout?
Well, Joe Joyce, in my opinion, like I supposed to stay in calm. If Joe Joyce is stand up and he's a very professional man, and he's follow the advice of his promoter and just retire, bro. There's other things to do, bro. Other things to do. That was not a regular knockout loss, bro. That was a concussive, stunning loss, bro. That was a ferocious loss, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this man, I mean, that loss is a loss. He has he has scar tissue on the eyes from his amateur career and so forth. You did great, man. You had a beautiful career. You're late in age. You don't want to become a tune-up, bro. Like Angel Garcia says, he don't want his son to become a tune-up. And I'm pretty sure if you listen to Angel Garcia, fighters like that at that level, when they get 2 losses like that, 3 losses, I think that's enough. That was a humongous knockout loss, bro. That was not no regular loss. That's not no point loss. Like your your skills are deteriorating. You know, like you're becoming slower. Your reflexes. That was a uh that was a stunning loss, bro. That's a mind numbing loss. So I was him. I just retired, bro. Retire. You don't need you need your brain cells when you retire, man. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there. He tried his best. He gave him a rematch, and that's it. Just hang up the gloves. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get another loss like that, it could affect your health. You know what I'm saying? The first loss, his eye was completely closed. He has scar tissue. He's been knocked out before. You shouldn't want to have that again. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna continue. Are
Yeah,
you gonna continue?
I'm gonna shut this one down, bro, and I'm gonna be.
Yeah. So you shut
You know
that
what I
down,
mean?
bro. You let me know because that way I could use the bathroom, man. Cause
Yeah, man, I'm out, bro. I will catch
yo,
you
it's
later, brother.
fantastic show, bro. You're providing us with great boxing content. I see you got a couple of new followers on the chat. You just gave wrench to another guy. I saw that. Um, So you providing great content, man. That's what we need. More shows like this. You check the panels. They giving me like I make my little mistakes. You tell me, look, I'm trying to talk, and that we're very professional, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man. Respect to you, though. Yeah, I'll catch you soon.
yeah, man. Great talk.
Catch
Okay,
you
my
soon.
brother. Thank you. Okay, yes, sir. Bye bye.
Peace. All right, man. Dante Milo says you got to respect other countries' laws, but Bomac, he gonna learn the hard way. Shit. See, this dude can go on and on from subject to subject without hesitancy. The bullshit flows out of his face fluently. Whew. I will say he got a battery on him though. He won't stop, mate, till the beat don't drop. Yeah. Joe Joyce's career is over. Wow. The juggernaut is done, yeah? The juggernaut is done, yeah? Tef Music says Joe still got more fights, though. He does. It's the heavyweight division. Joe Joyce can still make fights out there. He could fight the guy who beat Zhang, which is Philip Hergovich. He got a domestic fight with Dillian White. He can have. He got a fight he can even have with Frank Sanchez. He can have a fight if he wants. Maybe a rematch with Daniel Dubois, Andy Ruiz, King Kong Ortiz. I mean, there's a lot of heavyweight fights you can have, even if you're not great. You can fight good fighters, right? Nah, XN still got Joe. What's he say? Nah, still got decent fights. Why Joe got to quit, but White should keep fighting, and Derek Chisora is still fighting right now. Derek Chisora got loss after loss after loss. Maybe Joe Joyce can fight Derek Chisora, bro. Fuck, Man, it's mad though, innit? He was right up there, but Zhang just came out of nowhere. Zhang just put it on him, bro. Not once, but twice. Knocked him out. Knocked out the juggernaut, bro. So now the juggernaut's like, yeah, it looks bad, man. I don't even know. Joe Joyce cannot call out Fury. Joe Joyce cannot call out Usyk. Joe Joyce got to stay away from the elites right now. You know what I mean? It's mad. Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. Heavyweight is different because of all of you need is one punch. Yep, one punch can change the fight in the heavyweight division. That's a fact, right? One punch can change the fight in the heavyweight division. But yo, big up to the Chinaman. Salute to Zayli Zhang. Zayli Zhang. Mate, Zhang just did the fucking business, bro. Zhang just did the business, my people. And definitely now we should hopefully be looking at big fights for Zhang in the future. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to be looking at big fights for Zhang in the future. And let's see if Joe Joyce, he said he ain't done. Joe Joyce said he ain't done. He's coming back. He goes, it is what it is. Joe Joyce said it is what it is. I'm not done though. He said, I'm far from done. But yeah, gotta respect the Big Bang Zhang, bro. Gotta respect that. We gotta respect the Chinaman. Chinaman has put his country on the fucking map on the heavyweight division. I want to see Zhang fight even Zhang versus Frank Sanchez. Zhang versus Andy Ruiz. Zhang versus Deontay Wilder. Zhang versus Wilder, man. I still want to watch that shit. That would be fire, man. You know what I mean? I just want to see how he does with other guys. But, you know, styles make fights. Styles definitely make fights, bro. I don't know, man. Joe Joyce is looking like his punch resistance is going, Marlo. Joe Joyce is looking like his punch resistance is going, Merlo. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, somebody sent me a funny picture of Mike Tyson. And this is Mike Tyson version of being in a girl band. Crazy picture. Let me show you. And does that look crazy or what? Somebody sent me that crazy picture. And the fuck people putting all kinds of pictures together. Trying to make Mike Tyson look like a crazy fucking... Look at him. That looks crazy, doesn't it? How the fuck did somebody... Oh, that's that group, innit? TLC. TLT. TLT. That's that group years ago, innit? Yeah, that's Mike Tyson there, bro. That crazy picture somebody fucking sent me. That mad or what? But you guys better not forget, bro. Fight's coming soon. Press conference coming soon. Get ready. I'm going to be getting the Benavidez, David Benavidez's dad over here. Talk to Benavidez direct. We're going to be reaching out to Benavidez tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get him on the show tomorrow. All right? So just look out for the show tomorrow. We're going to be talking to Benavidez about the fight versus David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade live on Rapstar. Don't miss it with Benavidez Sr. And we're going to be talking about this fight. You know what I mean? You guys are laughing at that fucking picture of Mike Tyson still, or what? Are you guys still laughing at that picture? Are you guys still laughing at this Mike Tyson group? TLT. Are you guys still laughing at that, man? You late reaction, bro. You know what I mean? You late reaction, bro. Mike Tyson look crazy though, innit? Nah, I can't do that, man. That's bad news, bro. Nah, I gotta stop that. Can't do that to the legend. Mike Tyson. I can't do that to Mike Tyson. You get me? Take that disturbing picture off, bruh. Sorry, mate. Sorry. You know what I mean? These days, all kinds of pictures goes on the internet, bruv. You know, there's all kinds of crazy shit that gets put together, put on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You get me? But yeah, man, fight week. Yo, what's going on with the undercard on this weekend? What's the undercard, bro? Anybody know anything about the undercard? I need to check it. Nah, come on, man. You don't want me to do a Mike Tyson impersonation, bruv. Come on, bruv. You don't want that from me. You know what I mean? It'll sound stupid, mate. But go on then, I'll try it for you. I don't know, it sounds stupid though. I'm Mike Tyson, man. I got a broken back. Allah Akbar. I got a broken back, motherfucker. I want to fuck him up, man. I'm going to bite his ear. I'm Mike Tyson, man. I want to fuck that chick. I'm going to fuck her up the bum. I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck your mom. I'm going to fuck your kids. And I'm going to fuck everybody. Because I'm Mike Tyson. Don't fuck with me. I'm the one and only. I got a broken back. I got a broken brain. And I'm still going to fuck you up. Shit. Nah, stop that, man. Can't do Mike like that. Mike's my mate. Yo, that's one guy I want to meet in life. I want to meet Mike Tyson, bro. I want to shake Mike Tyson's hand. You know what I mean? I never met Muhammad Ali. I like to meet Mike Tyson, though. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's one guy. Iron Mike Tyson. The one and only, bro. But, yo, I'm out of here. Peace.